can ask... wait, normal? No, that's not this one, this one. Oh yeah, I do have like micro stutter. If you can ask Tifu on Steam, because yeah, right, I forgot that he's not on Discord. People that don't want to be on Discord. But to be fair, Tifu has like problem.
Oh, that's Trico.
That's Trico. Okay, yeah. I was like, stopping because I was like, is it Tifu? But no, yeah, okay.
It's just because he doesn't use Discord for anything other than FGM, right?
Yeah.
So it's this external program to him. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I invite what, Tifu Tentacles?
Tentacles I did already. I did Likimi Tifu. Basically, I did like all people I had on Discord. Well, more or less.
Yeah. So
It's just like as Tifu said, like he could play.
Need to 50 like that. And you're currently playing with someone who's not
I'm trying to play with Likimi right now, but it has a shit ton of like Friendscape. So we'll certainly hop on yours, hoping that it works fine. I'll ask him if he has also like a Friendscape, or if it's if it's just for me. That's kind of weird. And I would love to understand, but I mean, whatever, I guess. Okay. And Hailfog, yes, we do have huge hands.
Yeah, Asuka hands are gigantic. You thought Street Fighter hands were big? These girls all come from the Popeye school.
Yeah.
They eat their spinach.
Let's see, so Tentacles is afraid that the noise of his stick would like bother his family.
I see.
So he might not join.
I was checking how many people currently got Million Arthur. And it's like Vic, Andela, Masabe, Sonatsun, Spectre, Tifu, Tentacles. And I'd have to ask Akamangaka if he bought it.
Yep.
I don't know. And Foxfire, I'll just ask if he's interested. I'm gonna think it'd probably be no. He does have the game. He bought it when it came out.
Wait, who was not interested?
Maybe like... Foxfire?
Oh, Foxfire, yeah. Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, because he didn't play it with us, I think, at all.
Yeah, I don't think so, too.
He played it for a little bit, and then when it came out, left it at that. But he has some more time now. He like a day or two ago stopped running the Cross Tag Battle EO Open.
Oh, I see.
Tournament, so that's no longer a thing unless they can find a new host. Hi.
Heyo.
They're still setting up. Like we have Vic and Likimi. Likimi doesn't have voice chat, or is at least not on here.
Yeah, I will tell him if you want to. Right now.
You guys are on my server, correct?
Yep, we are.
Like you're both already on there? Okay, then Tifu, you can go ahead and join that up as well. I'll join too for spectating. Just
You can join passively if you want. Oh shit.
yeah.
Because like you will be like as a player. I mean as a controller. So I don't know if it will be like a weird to switch controller if I have to account for your controller that you're not using.
Sure,
Makes
sure.
sense.
I'm just yeah, I just want to get some things done before I start spectating.
Sure, sure.
I mean, I slept through the entire day, so mostly they're going to be reminders for people to vote.
Yep. Yeah, Kumi's legs are damn long, definitely. Oops. I mean, I still have like some stutters, and way less than on my own though.
Okay.
I will close all Chrome stuff. Like nothing is like screaming like you have no RAM, you have no speed or something. So I don't really get why it's doing that. Okay, let me tell Likimi if you want. Okay.
The UNT already voted. Did that tentacles God Kaiser? God Kaiser's not online anymore, so he's dead. Should be the only.
Oh shit. Just to be sure, I mean, I will check that after the match, but it's like Menafan that we're like boosting on the CPU thing, right? CPU priority, not Menafan, because Menafan is like the graphic interface, right? Like one of them is like the
so
metal.
there's three elements:
Yep.
the server, then there's the window where you can check for the emulation, and then the emulated window itself. The only thing that needs higher priority is the emulation window itself, i.e. the window where the game's running.
Which?
Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, but the name is then Menaf.
It is Mitnafen if you select the program, yes. But there are several that have that name, so you need to check on the right if it's using any computer resources to differentiate it from the other Mitnafen, which is just the thing.
Let's see. I just have one Minaf, I have like Minaf,
I see.
which
I got you.
should be like the graphic one, the graphic interface, and the other one is Minaf.
Yeah, I mean, if the other one doesn't use resources, there you go, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Likimi might not join because he has like a shitty mic or something, but he hears us on the stream.
Sure. I mean, he could also join and have his mic off, then he can hear us in real time.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, that's at least smarter, yeah.
Yeah. Since you're listening, go ahead and do that.
Yeah. I mean, we are like in a match right now, so you might have some point to do that right now, but...
Sure. Yeah. Fight first. Tifu, any trouble connecting a spectator, or is that running fine?
Yeah. Do you remember how to do it?
Nothing? Right.
Yeah.
I was just watching the stream.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Whichever you prefer, right? It's just that since you can join up, it's
Yeah. As
not
you...
like it's gonna take more of my resources that I'm not using.
Yeah. As you'll play, like, that's not a problem. I was like, earlier I was just saying for Sonov, because as it's not playing, it will create like a controller that we'll have to keep in mind when we are switching controller to switch players around. Weird, I didn't get the lag at first and then I got the lag for when Tifu joined. I think like Likimi got the lag before me. Funny.
Yeah, no idea what that's handled specifically. Funny thing. So you know how for returning favorites and quick looks, I try to aim for 4 people if I can.
Yeah.
So now that we have like a few more new guys that are joining in on stuff, I'll include Tifu in this, since in the beginning Tifu said that he'd like to play a little bit more just in general before joining up with any games. It's a little easier to get 4 people for a game.
Yeah.
But it also means that I actually have to check the lists, because it's not just same people.
Yeah, of course.
Be like, who did I ask about this? Ooh, I don't want to ask them twice.
Oh fuck, I was too slow on this roll. Oh, dang. Yep. Oh shit. Oh, I'm not sure where I hit on that thing.
Oh, and some people watching the stream that are also in the group, just to be clear, it's not that I aim for maximum 4 people. That's only with the Queen of Hearts thing this month, because it's like a technical limitation. It's just that I try to get minimum 4 people. Yeah.
Likimi, you did put like the thing on training mode. I don't think I can change it. Nope. I
Only
can.
player 1.
Yep. Can I restart? I cannot restart. You played, so yeah, you have to restart to press start and then 3 button, I think, or you hold 3 button and then press start.
Yeah.
One of the things.
Do some mash holds, you'll get it.
There we go. Thanks. And I guess no, that's on 2. This thing is on 2. Or 1. Is it 1 or 2? 1. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like closely match, I'll switch you in Tifu, like that. I'll continue to check like who can actually play. You don't get like any answer from Likimi, but when I was playing like Spec Abyss, so he's certainly like playing solo game from PS2 era. Oh shit.
It still hasn't fully occurred to me that I can actually play the PS2 and PS3 game.
Yeah.
Not fighting games.
Well, PS3 is like with a big asterisk, but yeah, PS2
Yeah, but I
different.
did check the list on what works and what doesn't, and the list that works is actually pretty big.
Yeah, but it might not be like the game you want.
Yeah, definitely. But generally, I'll have my hopes up since like.
Yeah.
I mean, if Girl Fight works.
Why do we want to play Girl Fight?
I don't want to play for Girl Fight specifically.
I see.
Once we have like a clear list of trash games, Girl Fight's going in there.
Well, that seems really bad overall.
We've played worse.
Sure, we played Rise of Robot. Everything is.
Yeah, I
broke,
know. It's that
but-
one's hard to beat. But
Exactly.
you can select special elements in Girl Fight. They change you a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. There's nothing really that special about the game. They did try to put some effort into combat moves and such, so it's not.
I'm
like,
not sure. I've watched like an editorial, you know, like from the Sugar Punch channel thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Recently, so yeah. It doesn't look like they did that much work on it.
I'm just saying they actually have some moves where people do stuff. It doesn't look that good though.
Yeah.
But yeah. Especially from an animation perspective.
Yeah.
Models put their feet where they're supposed to sometimes, but the way they get there is questionable.
Oh shit.
Like I'm asking Tentacles right now which of the games next month he's interested in, right?
Yeah.
And I gave him the list and he was like, I only recognize Samsho. Which, you know, okay, you don't know my He-Man, that's fine. That's obscure, right? Dong Dong Never Die, okay. It's like, you know, out there a little. But Bushido Blade? And Bushido Blade, right?
I feel it's old-ish that it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I have no idea how old Tentacles is, so...
I don't really know either, but it's an old game. It was never that much of a reference. So
I mean, I can...
yeah, I don't know. Seems fair to me.
Yeah. It made a small amount of impact when it came out, basically. Like, I think people from my generation remember the game, but yeah, sure. If you didn't do that, or if there was like some other region that made where it didn't have as much of an impact, then sure.
Like, I would be less surprised if people don't know Bushido Blade and know like Don't Never Die. I don't know.
In Dong Dong Never Dies, the more hype game. Bushido Blade 2, you have to really appreciate standing in front of each other, moving to side, and one guy doing a stab and killing the other person.
Yeah.
It's still, yeah. I mean, you still have to get a clean hit, but often the first one that lands a clean hit will be in a very advantageous position, because the other guy only has one arm, he can't really use his moves that well anymore.
Yeah. That sounds like a fair point, yeah. Fuck, I missed the support 2 times.
Just play the girl with the machine gun.
That sounds, yeah, like a good idea.
Yeah. Funnily enough, in Bushido Blade 2, it's like the characters that shoot, they kind of sit down and aim and then shoot, right? Which means that if the other person can totally evade that, like,
I see.
it's not as good. But when you're playing Bushido Blade 1, arcade mode, and suddenly you're fighting a boss, and they don't have any weapon, they're a couple steps away from you, they have a pistol. First time, you die immediately. It's just... you don't expect that. It's terrible. I mean, it's funny, right? And then you figure out how to run around it, and then he dies. As soon as you figure it out, he's dead. He can't defend himself with his pistol against the sword.
Okay. I think one last match for me, and then I'll switch you in, Tifu. Yeah, too slow. I don't know what like messed up with my computer to suddenly make Asuka lag online. Like, 'cause I know it was like with a Windows update, but I wonder like what the Windows update could have changed to make such like a bad impact on this game.
Yeah, I have no clue. Also need to try some other Saturn games to see if they're similarly impacted or just all them at NAP and stuff.
Yeah.
Because lately we've only played the Asuka and McNabb, right? So
Yeah. I mean, I think we did try Sailor Moon, but like the thing is, like Super NES stuff are pretty easy to run, so yeah.
yeah. But Sailor Moon was also just one match, right? You versus me in the triathlon, right?
I think we did play after that because it was a returning favorite, wasn't it? No?
There was a returning favorite. I just don't remember if it was before or after the triathlon. It was after the triathlon.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was way after the triathlon.
Yeah. Was like where Masabe was locally at your place.
Yes. Okay, I'll switch to swap 2 and I guess 3. Boop. But Tifu, you should be like clear 2. Can I next? I mean, yeah, I do like the game. Never played like in a while.
The karate girl?
Yes, Torami is the character.
Torami, yeah. Torami, not Tamaki.
Oh,
Tamaki is tennis.
Okay. Real something.
Tora Tiger, strong. That's how I remember.
That's more or less the idea. Well, first thing first, I should reduce my number of Chrome stuff. Because with like Black Fridays and other stuff I had to check, I have a fuck ton of things open. Maybe that will help to go from like 3 window tabs, like full of tabs, to, I don't know, just 1. I still have like the Mortal Kombat tutorial open too, that I have to finish.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Likimi is doing something. Oh, did I never send that to Italy? Oh, maybe. Well, it was busy and offline anyway, but I guess I never sent the AFZ stuff. Wow.
Oh, you never asked him to join EFC? You didn't hit enter?
Apparently I didn't hit enter, yeah.
Well, whoops.
Yeah, whoops.
It doesn't matter though. He was on Do Not Disturb throughout the entire time. He's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like he would have maybe read the thing, but most likely not.
Exactly.
But yeah, still.
Tentacles is interested in everything except Dong Dong.
Oh, but Don Dong is fun though. Is it too janks for him?
I wonder. He just said, I think it's a little bit too much for me. I don't know. Maybe he saw me play that fat construction worker.
I mean, that or like my... Was it Gookie too?
Yeah, it's Goki, the guy
Yeah.
with the okay slow motion for 1
Yeah, it's the
meter.
John
Let me
Woo
combo
super.
you through
Yeah.
the air.
It's still like a fairly hype clip that I rewatch time to time, Like
Yeah.
the YOLO
Yeah.
improvisation combo that worked fairly well.
I don't remember if Godkaiser did anything similar, but
No.
You and me did some funny stuff. Like I did do like an impromptu 80% combo
Yep.
with with Fat Man.
Yeah, that was a 4-8 combo. I don't remember, but it was maybe more. It was not that
Basically,
much.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was like a jump in, then a jump in, a normal, then like a tatsu, no? Or like a Zangief spin thing, whatever you want to call it, that spinning move.
Yeah.
And then like 2 supers into each other. So 4 or 5 moves. It's more like funny because it actually all connected.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So 20 seconds on that. Who could be interested to play that? Masabe is certainly sleeping right now. Yes, he is. No, I guess I can ask him, did he? I don't know.
I asked Andele if he wanted to join up. He said no.
Oh, I see.
got tentacles to join up for Dong Dong. Well, I just posted what you said, right? And then he was like, well, I mean, why not? But it's not attractive.
yeah, that I can see, but like, you might still have fun in the end.
Yeah, it's a really fun game.
Well, to be fair, there is some stuff that are fun, but not all characters are fun in the game, sadly.
Yeah, but I'd say a lot of fighting games, that even ones that are really good, have some characters that aren't fun to play.
Yeah, but here, like, a lot of them are like fairly standard. Like, only Gookie and some others have like some actual stuff, I feel like, that are funny to do at least. It's less crazy than Kenta 2, for example. Feel like,
Yes, Jesus. So we haven't played that game.
yeah, but just from watching. Though I guess from watching, like, Don't Never Die did look a bit more crazy than when we are playing it.
Yeah, I mean, let me get the character select screen. Dong Dong himself was okay, but I mean, he's just like a real guy. This guy was lame, that guy was a worse real. Cowgirl was cool.
Somewhat, yeah, she had some stuff.
Yeah, the nerd that throws the airplanes was interesting, but meh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the idea is pretty cool. Like, I
Yeah.
really actually like paper plane, but the rest is whatever.
Yeah. Kinda the same for Soccer Guy, Dal Sim Hands, and Nurse Sisters. Then we've got Gookie, who is super interesting. Don't remember this face.
Impromptu is a word
That-
in English too, right?
Hmm?
Impromptu is a word in English too,
Yes.
right? Yes.
I mean, it's loan from French.
Hmm?
Impromptu is French, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
just to be sure,
it's
you
a
know,
loan
'cause-
word. English people should know it if they do something else than read Twitter. Sorry, not
Well,
sorry.
funny thing is, I was going to use that on Twitter right now.
Yeah, all I'm saying is it's not the most common word, right? But if you...
I feel like I've heard it like enough in English, but I just had like a small
I
doubt.
use it. Cool down reaction, I guess. Yeah. Umbrella Girl with Optimus Prime was fine.
Right, she had Optimus Prime for no fucking reason.
Yes. I felt like the Construction Worker Grappler was pretty cool.
I mean, I did not
The
really like
summoner
him, but you did stuff that were cool, so that worked for me.
Yeah. The Summoner had a cool idea, but just really didn't work out.
Yeah. So apparently it was actually good, right? Once you know what you're doing or something.
On the tier list that I'm seeing here, he is... He's in the middle, C tier.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell from when this tier list is, because I wasn't really looking for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the tier list was pretty much a joke, too, at some
Yeah.
point. Like,
What's
that's
this?
like, where is Gookie? Is it like God tier ban, or is it like in the middle? Because I remember like when we played, it was like in the middle, low tier, and then like in the few months after that, they put like Gookie in a top tier.
Yeah, so there's A tier, where there was Gookie, and then in a later tier list he's in S tier together with the two bosses, which, yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyone that can stop, throw a grenade, jump over you, and then unblockable hit you is.
Yeah. I mean, the timing, like, to set up that is kind of tough, but I'm sure, like, there is way to find. I mean, like, just like in one session, I found, like, some gruesome stuff. So, yeah. People can, like, definitely, like, train that.
Yes.
And I guess if you have Meteor, you can actually do multiple, like, John Woo Super too.
The comedic guy that's kind of singing, I don't really remember his moveset right now at all. The guy with the swimming ring was fun.
Swimming ring? Wow, I don't know this guy.
He dove on the ground as a super and into it and back out. And he kind of did this Basara chain blade slice upward, but with his swimming ring.
Oh, I do remember this move now. I do not remember anything else from him. But I do remember, like, this move.
There was a guy who was sort of like Guile, who worked really well, but it was very average. Like, good character, just nothing to say. The graffiti artist was cool, but not working too well, but fun to play. He had like nunchucks and a mask.
There was, like, way more characters than I remember, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's to say, like, yeah, some of these characters were, like, forgettable.
Yeah. The two bosses are awesome, but yeah, I mean, bannable.
Yeah. I mean, at this point in this game, why would you ban people? I don't know.
I think that's hard to say, yeah. You can get damage really quickly, right? So you get, if you're good at the game, you get a Hokuto no Ken thing happening, right?
Yeah. But this game is, like, way more trash than Hokuto no Ken. Of course there is, like, people that are broken. Shouldn't it be like this thing? I don't know.
And to be fair, I didn't follow the tier discussions, right? So I'm seeing some tier lists where the S tier is not banned and where the S tier is banned, so...
Yeah. Like, of course, if it was like a real game, let's say. Of course, Gookie is broken. Of course, he would get banned. But in this type of game, I don't know. Is it worth to ban him at this point?
I feel like the two bosses, the Gookie I don't know, but the two bosses kinda, right? Because one guy just has a invincible, like 50% heal or something. And the other guy just does the move that Gil does in Third Strike.
I see.
He just goes into the air, does a bunch of damage, hits immediately. And he's got a Fireball Infinite at a little bit over sweep range. You don't really need to play with that guy. But Gookie, I don't know. Gookie is just too strong rather than absurd, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Though I guess it's kind of absurd, but you know, it's just the thing. At least he doesn't have any life, if I remember.
I'm not sure. I mean, if you were playing like the fat guy, construction guy, sure, certainly has no life.
To be fair, that guy does a lot of damage, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, then you have the other three characters is someone with a bow, who we only played briefly, so I'm not really sure how cool that character was. Some girl who was just Kyo's rival, whose name escapes me right now, who was also in Million Arthur.
Yori?
Yes, Yori. and this cool guy with like a hat and a cigarette and no t-shirt, who when he wins, some geeky friend of his walks up to him and lights a cigarette.
I see.
He had records. I think he
Of
was
course.
interesting. I don't remember. Anyway, let's see. Got 4 people for Bushido Blade. Now we also have a Dong Dong. Got 5 for Mahina. And if God Kaiser joins up, which I assume he will, we have 4 for Sam Childry. Okay. I mean, whether he actually shows up is something else, but I just want 4 people that might show up so that playing happens. That's good enough. You can tell me when they're interested in a game. I'm not going to run after them.
Okay. Standard tweet. I tried to find people but couldn't. But I think I did cover any bases. I did add here in the matchmaking rope thing.
Yeah. And the FGM people are like all like in bed or doing other things, right?
Yeah.
Or aren't interested in Asuka, like mostly Academy. So,
Yeah.
So it's just server people and other people, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. Likimi might join, I guess, but he needs to answer first, I guess. So yeah, I guess certainly he's still doing other stuff, I don't know.
For the lack of match commentary, by the way. Just doing organizational stuff on the side.
Yep, pretty much.
Thought I'd talk to Rick about it.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. At least it's not dead hair, right? So that's good enough.
I guess so.
Speaking of, I guess I can like start passing if you want to join that.
Yeah, I don't like the rest. I don't need to type with people for, so I should be able to pay attention.
Yep.
On the side at least. I'll start parsing as well. If you guys get a brief spike, don't worry about it. It's just when I join Vic's parsec, it should be fine afterward.
Oh, because you're hosting the server?
Yeah, it won't be a problem. It's just maybe the instant where I start, right? So
I'm not even sure. Because I think you already did that type of stuff before. And it didn't change anything.
It shouldn't, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
Might as well warn. Ganbare.
Yeah, and about like your your arm and like wrist. Is it your wrist that's injured or like?
No, I have tendonitis. So you know that tendon that runs through your arm, and
but it could still been around the wrist.
yeah, more like.
Is it through your arm or like in the hand only?
My underarm.
Okay, that's
through my underarm up to the hand, not in the hand.
That sucks. But yeah, tendonitis can be like actually on the on the back of your hand and like to your wrist too.
Yep, but no, like basically what happened was that like when I was playing Vampire with Andela, I hurt my left hand instead, right? And on the day after that, I had to go shopping and do some other stuff, and I ended up using my right arm instead of my left arm, right? And this also includes walking with a crutch, right?
Yeah.
with just one arm though, so I could rest my left arm. Normally I swap in between.
I see.
And at the end of the day, then I was doing something else, and then suddenly I had a very sharp pain in my lower right arm. Was like, fuck, I know what this is. Well, couldn't do a bunch of stuff since then.
Yeah, and generally it takes some time to
Yeah,
heal.
it doesn't heal too quickly. It can heal in a week, but it just depends. So
A week?
yeah.
Like generally, from what I've heard, like it's more like 3
last
to
time
more.
it took me 6 weeks.
Yeah. Generally, that's more like what I've heard. Like 3 to 6
Yeah.
weeks is more expected than 1 week.
Yes. So
I think CJM also got like a hand problem recently.
yeah. Like he had what did it? Oh.
Yeah.
Use the super to pull the corners close. Nice.
Yep.
But I'm sure you just tried to combo into your super. Still nice.
Yeah. Is a repetitive syndrome injury? I forgot. RSI or something like that, right? That's what he
I
got.
guess. Yeah. He says it also really hurts him when he uses a hitbox.
Yeah. And that makes sense to me. That's why it's kind of funny that Smash player, once you play on an hitbox, should have less problem with your hand, but you can still like be hurt with like a hitbox.
Yeah, I think that topic is just really difficult because it depends on so many things, right?
Yeah, of
Whether
course.
your input device is good for you is not just dependent on like how tall you are and how long your arms are. It's also like how are you seated, like on what are you sitting?
Yep.
What's your posture? And for all things combined, there might be an input device that's better for that. So sometimes people don't really consider this and think it's just them, an input device, and they're like, well, pads are bad for me, or something.
Yeah. And some people, like by example, like Armada, played on GameCube and never had any problem. GameCube pad, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the only thing we can say is that, like, enough people injured themselves with GameCube pads that that apparently a lot of postures lead to Smash-specific injuries.
Yeah, definitely.
I really like that.
And a lot like that.
Yeah. Like, I really like this thing that this one doctor said, who was like, yeah, basically, if they come to me and they say they're a Smash player and I look at what sorts of problems they have with their hands, I sort of know which characters they made. And he's like accurate. He basically asks them, oh yeah, you're playing like Falco or this one, right? And they're like, oh yeah. Just,
That's a real thing? If that's real, that's actually really funny.
yeah, there's like basically 2 or 3 injuries that are really common with Smash players. I don't know them right now, and some of them have to do with doing certain tech a lot, right? And those happen to be character specific, so that's kind of how it is. So you can't tell the exact character, but like you can tell which characters it could be.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah. But yeah, Smashbox. Ooh.
It looks really not good to play it on, but
No.
I mean,
I really don't get these people that somehow think that it's cheating. You guys need to step up your game. It's really not cheating.
What I do understand, like, why.
I understand too, but
yeah, we can do that, Likimi. Yeah.
hey, you guys are switching around after this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the reason is that you can get like multiple angles with just a few button presses that you have to be pretty accurate with your thumbstick. On the other hand, you now it's now impossible to get like gradients between those. So overall, and considering the higher levels of play, it is a drawback.
I've heard that you can actually get the angles in between and stuff, or enough that it's not a problem.
That's what's claimed, but from having looked at it and read a bit more into it, it's one of those things where it's like, for most situations, asterisk, a lot of other situations happen in fighting games, and Smash specifically. That's kind of the thing, right?
Sure.
That's we're just not going to have that amount of ability. I mean, on the other hand, when you get nervous, right, you will be less impacted. You know?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But that's like, you know, a pro and a con. You're basically gonna have to work off of that. That's why I don't think that Smashbox is cheating. And also, like you said, look at that ugly thing.
I don't understand why they didn't still like the hitbox layout for the buttons. Like, I mean, I guess it depends which hitbox we're playing about, Smash box we're talking about, but some have like basically the arrow keys on the left, right?
Yeah.
Have, like weird stuff. I don't know, like just take the hitbox layout. That makes way more sense.
Hitbox has direction keys on left, right?
Yeah, left, but it's like in an arc type of thing. So you just rest your fingers on them in a way more like natural way than a keyboard layout type of thing.
Actually, the Smashbox is like the keyboard layout, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like the keyboard is not natural. It doesn't feel good if you cramp your fingers that way.
I think there's a misunderstanding. What I mean is like basically it's like WASD on the
Yes.
on the hitbox, right?
On the Smashbox, not on the hitbox. Why?
On the Smashbox, it's like the directional keys on the right, which is the problem, right?
It's still on the left, as far as I remember.
It's still on the left. I see.
So who should we switch in out?
There are 3 of you. You get to fight Tifu now.
Yeah. But I did I? No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't play it. I was played Tifu earlier. Right, so,
Exactly.
So 1 and 3. Right. Yeah. And Likimi, like, even if you have a shitty mic, you can just join if you want to. And I guess I will not check the layout of the Smashbox right now.
Can you check real quick? What
Yeah.
would you like to know?
But if it's still like in a keyboard WASD, I don't know. Oops.
Wow. I googled Smashbox and actually didn't get the Smashbox.
Yeah, same. I got like a lot of like, I don't know, skin lotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a terrible name for a skin lotion.
Yeah.
But
Like, I get it. Okay. Oh god. Far as I can tell, the 4 buttons are still aligned as a cross and at the top left.
yeah.
And I guess the reason is so that you can do the modifiers with your thumb and such, which is like the 4 buttons below it, right? Yep.
Yeah. But still,
So that's the thing.
I'm sure there is a more elegant way to change that.
Yeah.
Ouch.
This layout might be a little bit for the to have people less scared of in that it looks clean. But I think the more elegant way would be to have those 4 buttons situated somehow around those direction keys.
I would have like, I don't know. I mean, there is a lot of stuff to test, to be fair, like, to be sure that it's actually good to play. But you could have like them in between the direction of like a normal hitbox layout, or like above them to have like modifier. I don't know like how exactly the modifier works on the Smashbox, to be fair.
Don't want to play with it at least.
Oh yeah, no. No, like if I play Smash, I play with a GameCube controller. That seems way better.
Oh, by the way, I hope I'm not being confusing, but Tifu, you have Smash on the Switch?
Yeah.
I see. Because God Kaiser and Andeda started playing Smash Brothers on the Switch together a little bit. So
No,
that's a thing basically.
I'm trying to remember like some combo I had with Screaming. It was a bit cooler, but I cannot remember like what they are exactly. Doesn't change the end because I still didn't find like a better end, but more like the restand part. Maybe something like that.
Night Mimetics.
Okay, have a good night, Mimetics. Oh shit. I would love to see like more American player like play Asuka too. I feel like it won't really happen until like we do, I don't know, weekly or something. But problem is I cannot really do a weekly for them. Even though I wish like I could. Like I would love to do like a weekly for like 2 zones, but I feel like it's kinda hard to do. So yeah.
It's going to be hard on your sleeping times alone.
Yeah, it depends. Well,
you better have no hope of maybe having a job again at some point when you're doing that.
Well, my job is more like freelance, so I can pick my hours. I guess
you're alright.
But no, like even on that, if I do like on two zone, it would be more like early, I guess. But yeah, it depends.
Yeah. You could also do that on separate days. That can help. But that depends on so many factors, right?
Yeah. I need to ask like Shimatora like how she was doing her week. I don't know if it was weeklies or bi-weeklies.
EFC, you mean?
Yeah, EFZ.
Yeah, I forget. Like, I remember scrolling through the playlist at the time when I was looking up what EFC even is. That was when I first found Mizumi, right? That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember if they were weeklies or monthlies or whatever.
Oh shit.
I think starting with a monthly can't hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like a little tourney or casuals, whichever works better.
Yeah. I would like more casual thing, but yeah, I guess like tournament or something like that, like or ranking or whatever, would certainly like bring more people, I guess.
People in in my experience, seem to be more motivated to join up on a small tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
There's of course some people that really don't like strong competition, like Rico, for example, who would rather just join with a casual session. But that seems to actually be the minority for some reason.
Yeah, apparently. I guess like people that want to be more casual are scared to join like a big casual session because they don't want to either lose or like seem like bad or something. I don't know. Maybe there is like something like that.
I do think there's people like that. And the truth in fighting games is, I guess, is once you're better, you don't really look at people that are starting out as bad, right? I don't know, it doesn't really occur to me. It's just like, this is natural that they can't do this. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Just not a problem at all.
No, I do.
But
like
I do
to
understand mental pressure on yourself.
Yeah. There is like new people. I do like have the habit of like seeing what not going on, what's bad and stuff, and trying to help. Some people don't like that, I guess. Most are okay with it, but yeah, some people really don't like that apparently.
Yeah. I just try to figure out what kind of person the other guy is.
Yeah.
What I definitely do though is I tend to not play the characters where I'm really good at. No?
Yeah.
Or if I'm forced to play them for some reason, because the other guy got slightly good enough that I can play my main, right? Then I try to do more experimental stuff with my character, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense, right? It's a good opportunity to do it.
I got used to do like first match with my main, can like just to show what the game could be, like, and then switch off. But I guess it really depends. Like that's more something I do like right now, but we are like playing with way less people than when I was like doing stuff for Vanguard Princess, I guess.
Yeah.
At this time I was not picking a main, or like I was like underplaying, let's say. You see like what his skills and what he has to learn, I guess.
I see. I guess I don't ever underplay.
By underplay I mean like if I could like
Ah!
Oh, I cannot do. That's
Just
a win though.
3 in a row. Oh wait, what? Oh.
I had more life. That's a trade.
Yeah, but you got like 3 in your face.
But
he died first, I guess.
Okay, that won't work. Underplay, I mean like on Oki, if I could like put like a lot of pressure, I generally don't. That's like one of the main things. Because like Natalia, her pressure is not really true, but most people don't know to block it at first, so I just don't do it on Oki.
I see, but yeah. You know what you mean? I just don't pick characters that can do that sort of stuff in the beginning.
Yeah, but that's my character, so what can I do?
Pick a different character. I mean,
yeah, sure.
I don't know. That's I mean, different strategy, right? It's still valid. It's just that I like one of the things that I just never want to do in a fighting game is just kind of not press buttons in situations where I'm supposed to, because I feel like I'll set up some incorrect expectations. So
sure.
So I'd rather play a character where I'm also struggling with, or just don't know as well.
Yeah, but I've seen people that don't like that either, or like because they feel like you are sandbagging too much if you don't pick like a character you don't know, or like actually trash talk you because they are saying like, oh, that's your game, but you don't know how to play. So I've known a lot of different people, I guess.
No, I understand that. That's not really happened to me, you know. I did think about what to do in situations like that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, with the trash talker, the answer is easier. It's like, okay, I'll pick my main, and then you trash them.
Yeah, definitely.
They're probably the kind of person that then gets salty and leaves, but
Yes.
it's that's okay.
Yeah, but it's just funny.
The
like
sandbagging thing is difficult because like you if you underplay, you're definitely sandbagging, right? That's what sandbagging means.
yeah, but if you play another character to underplay, that's kind of like the same idea for some people.
For some people it is, yeah. Like, I don't feel that's fair because I'm just taking the opportunity to learn something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I try to make sure that people know that, what I'm doing, and if they still say, like, no, play your main, then yes, I will. And they'll get it full force in their face. It's just like, yeah.
Oh shit.
I think the worst is some people that are like, oh, play whatever you like, but inside they mean,
Yes.
please don't hurt me. So you have to play your main for like 10 to 30 minutes and be like, okay, I'm playing my secondary now in 2 matches, alright? Okay, good.
Yeah. That's why, like, nowadays I'm more like, I play my main first 3 matches, and then after I switch to something else. I feel like it shows, like, more. But yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
If you
works,
do what you always do, then you do what you always do, right? That's,
yeah.
at least someone can't say that you're doing something else. That makes sense.
But yeah, it's just like when I was like basically kind of every day on like the server to see like new people and stuff like that. You meet different people that have different mentality about like fighting game and how to approach, like, I guess different ideas even on people, I guess, and how to treat people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that as much from fighting games. I mean, certainly there was a time when I was playing fighting games as a kid, right? But mostly you knew the people from somewhere.
Exactly.
Right? Friend of a friend, family, so they can't get away with all sorts of shit.
Yeah, also they are in person.
Yes, exactly. So dynamics a little different. From playing like Warhammer 40k competitively and running like the competitive circuit in Heidelberg, I can definitely say there's been some cheating assholes and other people.
Yeah.
There's been various people basically, and
Shit.
and people that get like mad for different reasons and such.
Oh, too late. I didn't check time. I see that Likimi say last at 06, so we were playing for 20 minutes. Yeah, so like Likimi, if you want to play soon, we can switch soon-ish if you want to. Wrong follow-up after that.
You guys played, I think, 7 matches. You're on your 8th, if that helps.
Okay.
I just looked at the victories. It started at 5, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, yeah.
No. Oh, Likimi has left.
I see. I guess that's your answer.
Yeah, I guess that's the answer, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't check Discord. You didn't say anything on Discord. The 1B. Oh, I thought I was on the other side. Oh, you got like a deconnection like by accident?
Oh, then just join right back in, no problem.
Yeah.
Tentacles wants to know who we play in this select. Oh, this.
Who is you play?
play?
Or who is playing?
Everybody plays.
Oh, okay.
Everybody plays. Okay, Vic. Wildcat, Arthur. Right, you basically don't really play the other girl anymore, right?
Nah. She's not bad, she's just like a bit more annoying like than Yamaniko. Yamaniko has like more improvisation that I kinda like. Whereas like Kume was doing the same shit and sometimes it was not working because specific ranges on some weird shit. So yeah. It's not like I don't know this type of character too. I feel like I was doing well. But less interesting. Oh shit. I guess small French aparté. Et du coup Likimi, tu veux continuer à jouer ou bien? Ah. Oh yeah, okay. Nice. Ish. Right, I have fireballs too. I can do that too. What is my... Oh yeah, I see. It's just like, you know, as like you're not in the vocal chat, we don't have an actual answer immediately. So I wasn't unsure like what you were doing. Oh, nice. Dang, to the frame. Okay. So let's say last match in this switch, it was, yeah, last match or last two match or something like that. Would have been like 30 and we can switch after that. Up. Oh, nice dodge. Oh wow, I didn't think it would go that far actually.
really wanted to ask Baka Mangaka a couple more things, but I don't want to bother him when he's in studying for his exams.
Yeah. So it should be over, right? That was...
Monday and Tuesday are his last exams,
see.
if I understood correctly. I
Then,
also
yeah,
thought
okay.
they'd be done by Friday, but no.
I mean, then, yeah, definitely.
He even put a line through it, just 2 more exams for Monday and Tuesday, and I should be free, so maybe he has another one on Wednesday, I have no idea. So, yeah. Can also ask him later, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Better to
Just
not,
can't
like,
ask him
bothering.
for the vote stuff, but he looks like somebody that either has time or doesn't anyway, so shouldn't be too bad.
Okay, last one, and that would have been like perfect. Oh, 30 minutes. I guess we can be the same color. I never really tested that.
One is like slightly shaded, but they basically look the
Oh
same.
yeah.
Like it's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, at least they try to shade it a bit.
Yeah. But like, not enough. They might as well not try it. Just
No, I think like not trying is worse.
not trying is... I don't know, it depends. It depends in what way. It's better to play with a slight difference, yes. It's better for the players. If I wanted to rate their effort on this thing specifically, I think it looks worse on them that they tried. Because they didn't try enough. That's yeah. But I mean, who cares? It's like the only negative I can even think of about Fill-in-Cafés or whatever.
No, I didn't want to do a tattoo.
Final Shogeka?
I actually don't know what she's saying. Okay, then we'll switch now.
It's a mecha move anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't find like the tweet about that. That's definitely a mecha move. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
I did find it back. Right? Forgot.
Well, there's an easier way. We'll just play what's the stupid name of those games?
Metal eyes, something.
Metal
eyes,
Fourth.
Oh,
Because fourth
yeah.
is how you spell force, right? Which is why the sequels actually use a C, because they noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full Metal Fourth or something.
What is? There is a Metal Geyser or something, right? Metal Geyser. But that might be like another game then.
I feel like you're talking about something that I know, but I
Yes.
feel like you did it in such a wrong way that there's no way for me to
Of
know
course. I just know it ends by Isa at the same time, so.
Oh,
or something like
Beasterizer?
that.
You mean Beasterizer?
Mm,
The original name of
no.
that furry game. That
Like
3D furry game.
Bloody
Yeah,
Roar?
Primal Rage Fury something.
Bloody Roar. Isn't it that?
Bloody Roar.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the game that you saw was like maybe like the first game with like the guard console? It was pretty bad once you played it.
Schmeißer Robo.
Yeah, no, that's not that.
But the one of the earlier ones is like Fatal Fury 2. And Cosmic Carnage, though Cosmic Carnage is more like guard cancel at any point with any move.
I see.
Which I wouldn't know if Desk hadn't made a video about it. It's just... wow. But that game seems to be the first one with dash cancels.
As combos?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, I guess most people are think that sort of shit is insane for good reasons.
Yeah.
Those are hard to balance. Like if
Dash
since
cancel?
fighting games, dash cancels, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of balancing goes around pushback and when combos end, right? And you have this ninja character who can just air dash cancel and ground dash cancel everything. 100% off of everything with this character.
Yeah. But was it like really thought of, or was it a glitch?
This is on purpose, but I don't think they thought through the consequences the same way they didn't think through the consequences of like what happens to a game when you can guard cancel at any moment in time with any move. You can tell they wanted the mechanic, but I don't know about the playtesting.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, it's not like the accidental guard cancel Mortal Kombat 1 where the when you're transitioning from standing to crouch and back up again. So if you instant block downwards, okay, it's not a guard cancel, it's an instant block, but
Shit.
still. Where if you just tap down back during like at the very moment of the hit, because of the animation of you going down and up, you'll actually cancel the rest of the block stun, simply animation wise. That's not intended.
I see.
Yeah. But hey, instant block. What I think is unfortunate with tech like that is that I have no real way other than hunting down and interviewing people to know when this tech was discovered.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay.
I know, but
Dang.
with Street Fighter it's easy, right? You can find that out.
I couldn't block. Oh
but
yeah. Right.
with other communities, it just makes a big difference if like people figured out how to do this in the arcades before there was like a Mortal Kombat 2, for example. To be fair, it's no longer present in Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
But it's just, did this have an effect on people that then went like, oh yeah, we should have this, but like an actual mechanic? Because that happens in fighting games, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like you have some sort of glitch, and then some other game has the glitch as an actual mechanic. So would be nice to know, but yeah. Just,
Oh, really? Did you really want to like this this dive kick Likimi? That was really cool, but I was not expecting it, and you really need to tag.
Yep. Remember to tech from the wall, you double tap away from the wall. So forward, no? 6-6.
Yep.
Tifu, I know it's not fighting game related, but your current game you made like a lot of progress with? Or wait, is it a secret project, in which case you don't have to answer? My bad. I didn't consider this, but asked.
The posted on Twitter. It's like a Mario 64 kind of thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I remember there was a pirate element.
Yeah, the level I'm making is kind of pirate themed. All the mechanics of the first level are done. Like,
Mhm.
six stars.
Yeah, I see. So really Mario 64, like also with stars and such?
I was saying stars, there'll be something else. But I just don't
Okay.
know what yet.
Yeah, but mechanically they'll be like stars.
yeah, mechanically they'll open doors to new areas, kind of.
Okay.
What? Oh, weird.
sorry if you've already told me this, but like, yeah, I don't know. Did you ever finish the Yithian thing?
No, I realized it was going to require like way more art than I was capable of doing at the time.
Yeah.
But put it on hold for a bit.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you did mention the other day, like, asset production takes, like, a lot of time, and you really just want to make games, so, that's,
Doing an asset pack for gifts and flying polyps and things.
Is there such a thing?
I was saying there's not like a asset pack you can just buy for that stuff now.
Yeah, no, not currently. Though to be fair, like, Cthulhuid and Eldritch entities are at least popular, so maybe if,
I'm sure there is some. Well, I guess. What type of engine are you using?
As Uni.
Unity? Yeah. Then yeah, you should find them like in the store, right?
well, those are really specific.
Yeah.
Like, do you have some flying polyps from the Shadow Out of Time? Let me see.
Yeah,
It's,
but I would say like, I feel like it's not the most obscure thing, so maybe some people
it
would
could
have
be more
done it.
obscure.
Like,
Yeah.
Unity is big enough that there might be such thing.
Yeah, but I assume Tifu checks that regularly
Yeah.
since he does buy that stuff. So
Yeah, I do agree.
I mean, there are GIF models in places. They like whether they'd be consistent with the other stuff that you know.
yeah,
Well, that
you
was
don't
weird.
want like a hyper realistic versus cartoony stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're like in the corner, like too close to the corner, and you do like a back throw, a pivot back throw, like something that,
I understand.
yeah, you apparently like get the person off your throw. That's kind of funny.
What you turn them into the wall and they kind of untick out of that?
Yes.
That's stupid, but
Yes.
I see. No back throwing with your back to the wall, got it.
Yeah. At least it might be not all people. It might depend like the animation or etc. Of course.
Sure, but
But yeah,
best to be careful.
I feel like I already had that happen to me. I don't know if it was Karina or someone else though.
I've seen situations where people ticked pretty fast when I did that, but I didn't think anything about it because
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, they didn't take. They just like they are pushed away from this row, right? Because they are still like getting thrown, or at least like getting their position change. Shit. But like they don't get actual like thrown on the ground or stuff like that because they are out of the animation. Kind of weird.
Yeah. The frog. Every time. I'll trade with the frog. Oh wait.
Yeah, not a great idea.
The frog's called Pion, right?
Keropion. Kero is
Keropion.
frog and Pion, I don't know. Is it just a cute onomatopoeia they put behind? I don't know. But that's his name, yeah.
Yeah. There's a fandom name for like the Subako Moria, who's like a froggy goddess.
Yeah.
For her hat, the fandom name for her hat is Pionta.
Yeah. It must have like something in it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we played a fighting game or something that had like a Keropion in it too. Forgot
Yes,
what.
during Lolly versus Team Good Taste, we played a game by a developer called Keropion. And they had a robot frog as like a thing.
Yeah.
Insignia. I can't think of the word like symbol.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it just emblem?
Emblem works, but is slightly too royal. There's
I
a
see.
simpler word for that.
It's an écusson in French, I think. But yeah, that's not helping.
Logo. There we go.
Oh, wow, okay, yeah. I was like really more into the medieval type of thing.
Yeah, emblem was a little bit too epic.
Yeah, I mean, you say it like insignia, so I was like more into
Yes.
that type of thing, I guess. Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I guess sense might be interesting for Tifu as well. I guess you didn't really look into the characters yet in Million Arthur, Tifu?
No, doing target. Okay. No high score. That character's in it.
Yes. Yeah,
Girl.
yeah, High Score Girl is in it as an assist. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
high
cool.
school girl?
Yeah, you know, the girl that kicks the arcade machine.
Oh, yeah. I heard again ice cool, and I was like, are they talking about Yaido?
There are high school girls in this game as well. I
Yeah.
think there are even high school girls.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're high school girls, which I guess they'd be high school girls. Which ironically would sound like heiß in German, which means hot though, temperature-wise, but also sexually. So no idea. But whatever. Yeah. Then if you don't know who the characters are, then I guess it doesn't really help if I tell you which characters are currently being played. I guess it's not really interesting yet. I play the cat girl. I may have mentioned that one. But yeah.
Oh. Yes, frog. Go get him. Oh, I missed the
That
tech.
one character from Secret of Mana or something.
Yes.
There's a character from Secret of Mana in there, indeed.
Three.
Like from the... Exactly, from Secret of Mana 3, the one that didn't for a while come out outside of Japan.
Yep.
Yeah, she's in it. There's like a little witch riding a broom. And on those few occasions where Masabe shows up for the game, he plays her. There's the... I call her cat girl, but actually she's a werewolf. Bisclafet. I play that one. Vic plays some sort of sci-fi girl with a cannon called Wildcat Arthur. She has no cat things on her at all.
She's the one with like a great ass and a big cannon.
Yeah.
So,
Yes?
the Steam page has like a screenshot of like loads of cards with the characters on them, the assists. You have to unlock them, or will I be able to play with it? Okay.
Everything playable right from the start.
Great, cool.
Thanks, God. There will be like
fair
way too many
question.
S's to unlock.
Yeah. Fair question though.
Yeah.
Especially I guess coming off of... Wait. Did you have to unlock anything in Smash for Wii U?
Yeah, only 8 characters were at the start. You had to unlock everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pain.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that is a pain.
Imagine like all the tournament, like you have to like unlock that on all like Switch. Can you share like a save data in Switch? My bet is no.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not for hacking, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would be terrible. How do you save on the Switch? It's just locally saved onto the Switch itself, right? You don't have these kinds of save packs that you put in controllers that used to exist, right?
Yeah, it's saved
You
to
mean on
Switch or
Nintendo 64?
yeah.
Well, or a PlayStation, right? Or even a Saturn.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was not on controller. As you said, like, controller was like, that was only a thing on 64, wasn't it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Dreamcast had a similar thing?
Hmm?
Dreamcast had a similar?
Yeah, I want to say there was one other than that.
I
But
see.
yeah, I guess not a PlayStation indeed. Yeah, maybe Dreamcast. Because I did play on a Dreamcast once. And by once I mean for a while. I mean I played Soul Calibur 1 on that. But yeah. I didn't own it, so not something I had to remember.
Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, wow. Did you take immediately?
But I guess like consoles for local tournaments is in general a hassle once unlocks are a thing.
Yeah. But it generally like still the easiest, I guess. I guess it really depends.
Yeah. I mean, if you can just run around and put save games on stuff, then that's a way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Or if there's a cheat code, then I guess you just have the guy that can do the cheat code go through all the consoles. Which is funny, because I'm sure there are situations where it's like, we had to restart the console, could a ref come who knows the cheat code?
Yeah.
I can't play my main.
Thing is like, virtually PC should be like better and easier, but you still have always like some random ass problem on PC, right?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, there's a reason console is preferred. But, you have standardized devices, then there's just not as much going wrong.
exactly.
So, I mean, people joke about random Windows update, but like if that were the only thing, it might have not been so bad, but that's still pretty bad. Just driver situation, something locks up, oh no. Now in Germany, in the German FGC, they did try to talk about like maybe making standardized PC setups so that they are basically consoles. But I think like the overall consensus last time I read, so I'm sure like they use some of these for some of the tournaments, like Melty Blood. The overall consensus was that like setting up a bunch of computers to be that way and always only update them in a certain way is still like a lot of work. So
Yeah.
people prefer running tournaments with consoles.
Chaos play. I was like, what the fuck happened to my chat suddenly?
Yeah, we're hanging around playing Asuka.
Yep.
Well, 3 of us. I'm watching.
Yeah. Still injured.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I tried to find like more people. At first I thought like Tentacle could join, but I mean, if he has to boot up like on his TV, that can be a problem indeed. Well, yeah. Did you ever play like EFZ? EFZ is pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's pretty easy to do. Oh shit. Game is really fun.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad actually, so from what I did as like cello, that was not looking too bad. Not crazy good, but it's still not trash.
Yeah, looked fine towards the end, yeah.
Yep. I feel like I have a way easier time with trap character. Forgot her name. Mizuki? Something like that?
Testament? Yeah.
Yes, Testament. Oh shit.
Kaori. What's Kaori again? I'll look that. Izumi. Eternal Fighter Zero Kaori.
Isn't it like the boxer maybe?
I want to say it's the boxer. It totally is the boxer. Kaori is such a boxer name.
For some reason.
Maybe because it sounds like KO. Kaori. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. She's cool. She's like a little hard to play, but definitely great. EFC was fun, Tentacles? Okay, I'm glad. That, yeah. Because that's a good game, so it's worth knowing about. It's, I mean, sure, I'm always a stickler for this, but I think it's a really important fighting game too, so it's good to have had a look at it once in your life. At the very least.
Oh shit. Oh, did it break my two projectile at the same time?
Just so I'm not confusing you with somebody else horseplay. You played Rilla in Breakers, right? A bunch.
We played with him on Asuka too.
Yes, but I
Oh,
have a question about Rilla.
I see. Oh, I see.
so I want to make sure that horseplay is the one with the Rilla avatar, which I can't check right now. So yeah. Because I think horseplay came by the first time when we were playing Breakers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think
But
so
maybe
too.
I'm mistaken.
Though we did talk with more from Asuka's thing. I haven't played like Breakers in a long time.
Yeah. Last time was our match in the triathlon.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Like, I see what you mean. Horseplay.
Not good for me.
I don't know, I think Rilla is a perfect profile picture. Doesn't really need to be changed, but I see. Could maybe pick a different Rilla picture. Nothing wrong with that one I just made. If you feel like changing it anyway.
A relay into another relay.
Yeah. There aren't that many Rilla pics to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see yours play. At least a different Rilla. So... Tifu, you don't know who Rilla or Breaker's Revenge is, right?
Oh, okay, no problem, Likimi. That is fine.
Pour tester le jeu?
His friend wants to test the game. So
Sure, no problem.
Give him the stick right now. But then like in some minutes I was about to change. I guess I'll make you like play against Tifu, like that, so your friend can play with Tifu a bit. Funny, a lot of people want you to play like Megumi. I guess she's cute. She has the same factor as Zudis and...
Look at her. She's bouncy and fluffy, she has pigtails. And in her artwork, she has a fang. She's the best.
Is it called Kalki? I know this name. I've seen this name on Vampire. I forgot if I played against him in Vampire actually.
And she bit. Okay.
Oh, missed it.
In any case, I guess I'll just ask this question in general. For those people that know Rilla, that's the beefy Amazoness beast girl. Yes, basically imagine if Blanca was a ripped Amazon woman instead of a green turd. Thank you, Horseplay. Like one thing's for certain, like she's not traditionally beautiful or sexy, right? That's not a traditional female portrayal in that way, but is it a character that's supposed to be like beautiful or pretty from the designer's intent, sort of? Does her design look that way? I actually have a hard time with this character.
That's a never question.
Yeah, because I think she's really cute, but that might just be me, you know? It's just, I think that might not actually be the intent. Especially, there's a character in Power Instinct who body type-wise and from the clothing also looks really similar. So it just got me thinking. Yeah. So I don't know, any opinions?
Well, that's a bit hard, and I did think about that last time we talked about like first female characters and stuff like that.
Yeah. And yes, Horseplay, I'm thinking of Angela Belty indeed. That's exactly the character from Power Instinct.
Oh shit.
Vic hasn't seen her because we've only played Power Instinct Matrimony. Like, and Angela Belty is only in the at least first 2 games. I'm not sure if she's in the later ones.
I see, we've played like the other one in the offline meetup.
We played the sequel to Matrimony in the offline meetup, and she's also not in that one.
I see.
Yeah, we can't quite answer that because we don't know the tastes of the character designer. Yeah, that was kind of the wrong wording. My bad. But like, we can judge the character design, right? What sort of is in the character design, so...
Why do I lose that?
There's certainly a difference between like what's our personal taste as Rilla players or people that play a game with Rilla in it, and how the character's designed. But like,
that's a red when she bit.
Yeah, that's a really quick overhead.
Yeah, that's a stupid fast overhead. Okay, no park. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night, no park.
And Jaggy, like Jaggy in Okuto no Ken? Because if so, like, that is neat.
What about Jaggy in Hokuto no Ken?
I believe like Bunchy Bit is like best Okuto, best Jaggy in Lyon. Like the French city.
In France?
Yeah. Well, the French city of Lyon. I don't know after that. But.
Does anybody else play Jaggy? I'm sorry, I just have to ask that. If yes, then props. If you're the only one, well, of course. Because playing Jaggy's hard. From what I hear and see. I only played him once myself, and it looked like a challenge. Breakers is clearly built from Street Fighter and its archetypes. It seems that Rilla was added to give a little spice to Blanca's initial design of Savage Beastman before Capcom went pant-on-head retarded with it. That's fair. I do think that, like, with Blanca, it's kind of been a weird evolution, character-wise. Because, and I think it has to do with how people played Blanca. Because, I think, like, the initial idea of Blanca is just Beastman. But then people started using the Blanca ball for, like, very strange setups. Which led to some annoying characters outside of Street Fighter, like Clown from, what's it called? Fighter's History? Yes.
Yeah.
Like Karnov's Revenge, Fighter's History, those games. Having, like, Blanca balls and being, like, goofy characters. And then some other moves that Blanca then got himself from those characters, and then they turned him into a joke character. I don't know. This seems like a weird evolution, but that played in between different companies and the player base. Horseplay says, I will say that Rilla is indeed cute. Good. I think so too. Yeah, she's not portrayed as ugly in or outside of the game's lore. Indeed, if you look like at her her story pictures, she does have like a very...
I don't think she's portrayed as cute either.
No, but
Yeah.
no, she's not portrayed as ugly, but we think she's cute. That was the statement. Because I'm going 100% with what Horseplay says here.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that way too. I was just uncertain and thought I'd ask somebody else in that case, because
Yeah.
like with Belty and some of the other stuff that I was looking at, I just became pretty uncertain. Yeah, especially like when she does the she has like 2 different sound files for her winning animation. One of them's like and that one's pretty cute. I'm going to link a picture of the character so that Tifu even knows what the hell I'm even talking about. Gorilla Breakers Revenge. I guess Fighter's Generation might have some sprites of that.
They should, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the game's old enough for them to have a character page on her.
Yeah, I think so. Tentacle. She's definitely like more just like strong girl, but she's definitely not ugly too. So yeah. Oof. Oh, I got lucky.
I'll just link this to you directly, Tifu, because I don't know where else to put it right now. Here you go. It's like a fighting game character from Breakers and Breakers Revenge, which is just a sequel. And yeah, you may have seen Wooly play her, actually, when the best friends played
That
Breakers
makes sense.
Revenge. Of course, it's a Wooly character. Like, you look at this character and it's like Wooly plays her.
Yeah. I don't even know much about Wooly, but I feel like you would
Yeah.
play her indeed.
Yeah. If anything, Rilla is a cuter version of her original concept, Sandra Virgo, as more animistic. Sandra Virgo. Actually, don't know this person. Is she a real life person or a character? I'd have to look that up. Yes, straight up googling Sandra Virgo doesn't work, so I need a hint.
Oh, why doesn't it?
Game was never released? Rilla's original name. Oh, okay.
Should backdash first.
I see. Actually, now that you mention it, I think I heard about that and forgot about it immediately. I'll look that up.
I remember like I think we saw some like concept art of like Rila before, right? And then she was like really more beast-ish, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Looks like-
prototype was Crystal Legacy, I think. Tifu, yeah?
It kind of looks like the leader of the Thundercats.
She does kind of look like the leader of the Thundercats color-wise. The color scheme is pretty much spot on now that you mention it. Though I guess the leader of the Thundercats is a guy and actually less buff. But yeah, that's Leo, right? I think his name is Leo. The guy who goes, Thundercats, thunder, thunder, ho, or whatever. Crystal Legacy. I was a prototype in 1994? Man, I didn't know that. I have to write that down. Okay.
Okay, last one, and after I'll switch you in, Tifu.
There's some promotional art, very blurry screenshots. Lion O, okay, yeah. There's even an older name called Chicago something. What, like for Breakers? It was like Chicago something, Crystal Legacy, and then Breakers?
Oh, I could have grabbed actually.
Parsley, no. Okay, Horseplay, thanks. I mean, we mention it on the stream sometimes just while we're talking, but like every now and then I guess mostly me, but like Vic does do stuff with it, are working like on a fighting game timeline, so I like to find out different sorts of elements that were done first, design wise or gameplay wise or character, anything, like literally anything. So
Oh shit.
So more lore is good. Crystal Legacy is an overseas name. Okay.
Oof. Oof, nice close up.
That's the title. And then No Shio Chicago.
Oh shit. Yep.
I'm gonna ask Google what that means.
Okay. Then
It's few enough words, it might work.
Tifu, let's switch you in. 3, I guess. Poop. There we go. You all switched. We go. I mean, I guess that I can change Likimi's name into. She did. Okay, that's how you write it. Did I? Okay. No typo. Good. And I guess that's a fair assumption that is French. What like if they had to change like the name like overseas because they cannot use Chicago in the title overseas? Or
They could totally have used it.
yeah, but
Because it has nothing to do with Chicago.
yeah, but then like, why do you even want to use it then?
Good question.
Maybe Chicago was the name of one of the characters. I could see that.
Google can't come up with a coherent translation.
No, cause he has to get the kanji for that. Right.
Yeah. Some of the mirror matches in arcade mode are references to Crystal Legacy. I see. I guess having Crystal in your name kind of curses you to be cancelled in some way. I don't know, Crystal Dynamics didn't turn out that well, right? No?
Crystal Dynamics, that's another game?
I mean, I'm not mistaken, Crystal Dynamics are the guys that did Legacy of Kain and Tomb Raider and Gex and
Wait,
this cool
Gex?
horror game. What's the horror game called?
Good run then.
Yeah, but like Legacy of Kain, like Nosedive, Gex
Yeah,
did.
what
Tomb Raider got bought by somebody else, so Eternal something.
Darkness. Oh.
Thanks. Eternal Darkness. Yeah.
Gex is like the gecko mascot guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like a huge gap between the other games. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, those are all good games, but like they've had like at some point Crystal Dynamics had just issues across the board, which is why all of these titles no longer had any sequels, and all of their attempts to make a comeback have kind of failed. And the reason Tomb Raider did okay is because, well, Square Enix just got other people to do stuff with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Her
Probably.
pixel titty saved her.
Like first
Pretty
games, apparently they were like under a contract to make one every year. The Tomb Raider games.
I
So that
see.
kind of like they didn't have enough time to innovate. Really, they're just doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah,
Then when they
I
did
guess
try
that
to
would
innovate,
explain
they
all Tomb
did
Raider games after that.
yeah.
Yeah, I see. Okay, for example, Ryla and Condor's doubles are Sandra and Gygas, respectively. Oh yeah, the double, the clone, the two second player colors actually have other names. Yes, true.
Oh,
And those
really?
are the names from Crystal Legacy. I see. That's cool.
Are they written in game, or was it like?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, if you play like the AI, it's pretty obvious.
I see. Oh yeah. Yeah, because Tia has like different name depending like the color, right? I just thought it was like one name like for the story mode to not have like a mirror match.
I guess it's still that, but more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool actually.
Yeah. Tentacles asked something in French.
Yeah, not to me though. To Likimi, but Likimi is playing, so he cannot answer that.
I see.
He's asking what like Banshee bit like if you thought about the game.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Ponce is thinking or something, or a thought or something.
Pense is thinking. Well, think to think. Pense.
Yeah.
Then French has
Okay.
like way more like annoying tenses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had French in school. I remember.
Yeah.
I did terribly. I managed to finish with a D. like a 4 for the Europeans. I guess if your numbering system goes from 1 to 6, like in Germany. 1 being best. Mechanics that I understand. Not bad. It's fun. Yay. That's my semi-understanding of that sentence. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to understand since why not?
Yeah. I mean, I can give you like a wiki and all Banshee bot, but Banshee beat a bot. Don't know. We use both.
I can give you a wiki translation. I wrote a wiki I can give you.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's gonna.
It's just funny.
Well, I guess I have the FAQ or wiki. To be fair, the wiki is like not complete. The FAQ looks more complete on the other side.
For the Megumi player, if you launch people and they have this sort of blue shadow effect, you can't hit them again, but you can air grab them. So just try going for that if you do that super that launches people up with the shadow with Megumi. Just jump into them, air grab them.
Let me see. Well, I hope you do understand English, because yeah, the wiki is like all in English. Certainly with typo and stuff, because I didn't read everything. That's all the whole system part. You can check the controls and basically all general page are more or less finished. At least I have enough information to be usable. Now all the characters are like nowhere near finished. Or even started, so yeah. The drive. The drive? Oh, you mean like the Google Doc? Yeah, that's fine too. Basically like more or less information. It's a bit more refined in the wiki, because that's the last one I've done. But both are like have the same information-ish. Small aside, because I was thinking, can I share any video? But I don't really have like any video on the game yet. Like I did like share almost all my... Oh, did I share all? Yeah, okay, the last video of... Well, okay, in your middle. So I have all 6 of the set of Vanguard Princess. The one with the most view, like, by a huge margin, is the one with Luna. So I guess Luna is like a clickbait by herself. Like, really.
Who is this naked character? Yes, click. Okay. Jeez.
That's exactly that, because she has almost 120, when the second highest is 60, I think.
And what part is it?
Hmm?
Do you have them numbered as parts or something?
Numbered as part?
Well, there
I
are
did
6 videos.
Yes. I did like 6 F to 10 with Mesabe.
Yeah.
And
But are the videos named like what?
how's their name? Their name like Vanguard Princess version name, Vig character name versus Mesabe character name F210.
Okay, so basically it's it had as much of a chance of being botched as any other video. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
There
Okay.
is no clickbait title or stuff like that.
Mhm. Okay, cool.
That's my that's actually my highest video. Second
Yeah,
one is
well.
like Tokasai LimitOver tournament.
Yes. Yeah, like I mean that's the only Japanese the commentary we did for that is like the only Japanese English commentary tournament. Oh, that was confused. Japanese Asuka tournament with English commentary, right?
Yep.
Oh, except for was KVO already?
No, KBO is like is in December, I want to say.
Okay, because that might have English commentary.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. I'm just saying might.
Yeah. At some point I was like, maybe I could ask if I can restring like from Miyazaki, but he's not really the one organizing, so I'm not sure if you can actually do anything about that.
Then ask Team Stickbug, right?
Well,
KVO is done together with them usually, and they're English.
most of them are actually not done with them, because KVO has a lot of events actually.
Oh, I see. But that's not the KVO TSB event?
That's the KVO winter, apparently.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's like with
I guess
them.
not.
Yeah. I've only seen basically Japanese Twitter tweets about it. So I'm not sure. Might be a thing. And just, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tifu employing stalwart footsies. This is my place. I'll just have you move if you need to.
I have no...
Nice anti-air.
There is already a sense of vision. Man, sometimes I really wish I could like understand Japanese.
Nice punish.
Just the sun popped up.
Okay. As long as you're fine, that's good.
Wait, did Tweet Deck like fucked up? Let's see.
Discord still thinks you're streaming EFC.
Oh. Did I not change the name? Maybe that. Oh, maybe I didn't.
Oh, well then, there you go.
Yeah, I'll change that now.
By the way, it's not bad that it happened, but like something that I noticed was so I was going to upload one of your sets with Andele in Power Rangers to the Fighting Gamer Meetup channel, and I'm going through the video and going through the video, and I'm like, is this entire video a training session? And then near the end of the video, you're like, okay, I'll restart my PC and then we can play. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I checked. Damn it, we only uploaded your training session and not the video where you guys played.
Let's see.
But I mean, like, right, I only asked you to upload these like 1 or 2 weeks later. How are you supposed to know and how am I supposed to know, right?
Exactly.
It was like the date is correct, the video is there.
Yeah. Complain to...
It doesn't get uploaded until months later anyway.
Yeah. Complain to Andele. That seems that took too much time to come.
Yeah, you did say that in the video. But yeah.
But yeah, I see.
That's why there wasn't an upload this week. Because it was like, oh well, whatever.
I just realized like apparently one of tweet I did schedule that ahead of time didn't work or not really? I'm not sure. That's kind of weird. Maybe I have to do that again.
like scheduled uploads
Yeah.
on YouTube?
No,
Yeah,
on
okay.
Twitter.
On Twitter?
Yeah, with
I see.
TweetDeck you can actually schedule like tweets, and
Mhm.
that's pretty neat. Like that, I don't have to remember to do one.
Yeah. I played a VN recently with a murder mystery involving a tweet being sent later after the person had already died.
I see. I mean, I guess that makes sense. That could be a like a contemporary like use of I don't know, Twitter. Not
Yeah.
contemporary use. Yeah, contemporary like use of Twitter in a like murder game. Because like a lot of murder game or anime like are still set in the 90s or 80s most of the time.
Yeah, because you can avoid a lot of technological bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see like when people will actually tackle all of that on. I
Yeah.
think that would be interesting.
Yeah, it was a Korean detective game, if it makes sense.
I see.
Yeah, and now that I've played like 3 Korean VNs or VN-like games, I can actually differentiate it from Chinese and Japanese now. Well, from Japanese was easy because it's anime, but like from Chinese, yeah, they're actually very different once you hear it for a couple hours.
Oh, you mean like hearing them? Yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I used to have like a lot of issues differentiating Korean from Chinese. Just not hear it enough, right?
Yeah. I feel like I would certainly feel it, but I really don't know. I haven't watched like anything in Korean for a while.
Yeah. Really sad with that game. Like it's the adventures of Wan Lu Fang or something like that, and it has like a huge DLC episode, no? But they're not translating it. They don't have currently plans of translating it into English.
Oh, I see.
Because I assume that they don't have the money for it right now. So yeah. I mean, I did add like to the thread. I would also like this in English if possible, just so they get feedback of people wanting it, right? But yeah, the game wasn't bad. Like yeah, and it did play like. I'm not sure what the year was, but people have like the main character has a touchpad mobile device with internet access, email, and other things. That's your game menu.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can look at your inventory information at your web page where people may have posted something like as commentary. And you can change the settings of the game on it all at once. Which is a cute idea. It does mean, however, that in the first 5 minutes of the game you don't have access to a menu because it didn't pull that thing out yet because there's a narration going on.
Yeah, I see.
So. And menus is something I checked first, so I was like, something not working? Good game though. Short but good game.
Yeah, I guess for now that you couldn't do like any fighting game and stuff like that, you didn't go for a long VN, even though you could have done that.
It didn't occur to me. But now I actually know how much effort it would be to do a long VN now that I finished a lot of medium length ones.
Yeah.
I'd say they're not even medium length; they're like just under medium length, like 2 to 10 hours and 10 to 20, but not really 20 to 30, right?
Yeah.
So I have actually put like a bigger one in the pipeline. Like
I see.
like a 40-hour game. That'll be the first one I'll try to tackle. The protagonist isn't a fucking kid.
Well, it's not a Japanese game, so I cannot really ask if he is fucking kids or. Because that could still happen in like a Japanese game.
Oh, it was a lolicon joke. I'm sorry, I thought really hard about what you mean.
Yes.
Okay. No, no sexual content in the game.
Yay.
And the one that I'm talking about, the longer one, is actually a Japanese name.
Let's see.
Yeah, the one I played was a short Korean one.
Yeah.
Like the longer one is called, let me see.
Nice. Going over just Fireball Super. I think that's Likimi playing, right? So Likimi, I feel like the Tatsumaki on hit, you can dash A or dash B to follow up after that. Like if you have problem to do that, you might want to use the dash button. But yeah, after that, both of them, like, you can jump up and do like the air series. Shinobu has like a lot of interesting combo techs that she can do.
Root double before crime after days.
Yeah, I've heard about this one. Apparently it's pretty good.
Okay, I hadn't looked at reviews yet, so that's good to know.
That's from crews and like people that followed crew like playing it. Seems pretty nice.
Yeah, because it says over 50 hours. Biggest category.
Yeah, it seems long-ish, yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, it has apparently 2 different scenarios. So,
yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
And,
oh, nice.
one of them has a 16-year-old guy as the main protagonist, but the other guy is 32, and he's some sort of military person, and they're in the middle of some sort of extraction mission, and he loses his memory during that. So he's confused about what's going on. And he was the leader of said squad, so now he's not. His second in command is, and blah. I don't know. Sounded interesting. And,
yeah.
Yeah. If it's over 50 hours and you cut that in half, hopefully, for the 2 scenarios, maybe it's more like 25. So that might be manageable to do in chunks, right? Just do his half, then play other things, and then go back to it like a couple months later. So, yeah.
Yeah, that can maybe like, I guess there's the same problem as I have with some books or comics or like anything that I start to read. You don't want to stop, and if they don't really have like chapter or stuff like that, you don't really have like an exit door at some point.
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially comic books. Like American comic books don't usually have any kind of they don't have a story structure because they don't have an ending.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But they do have like volumes and stuff.
They have volumes. However many they can produce though.
Yeah, sure.
Like unless a series ends, there's really no way of saying, and this is where the first part of Spider-Man ends.
Yeah. When I wanted to read like all X-Men, that was a pain. I want to read X-Men because I like X-Men. Start to find like, well, already like finding them digitally is a pain. So yeah. But,
I think it's a little easier nowadays than when you tried. I assume you tried this a couple years ago. Yeah, but oh god, especially once you get to the around early to mid 90s, because then you have X-Men, Uncanny X-Men,
Yes. Extreme X-Men.
X-Men
whatever.
Unlimited, X-Force, X-Factor, Generation X, X-Man, who's specifically an alternate reality Cable, but he has his own series. Cable. I think that's all of them, maybe? No, Wolverine, excuse me. He has his
Yeah.
own series. He mostly does his own stuff in his own series, to be fair.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
actually skippable or readable on its own.
Certainly way more readable than X-Men. Because the problem also like that I did encounter is like, okay, I'm following the story, nice, cool. Then suddenly the Avenger pop up. So you do have to find like the fucking Avenger X-Men. Because like half of the story is like in the X-Men and the other half is in Avenger.
Yeah. Like
So-
like not even taking crossover problems into effect, that was 9 comics that you had to follow on a monthly basis. And then Marvel started doing these big crossover events like Onslaught and others, and then you had this issue where it's like, okay, most of it's part of X-Men, but now there's an issue in every other Marvel comic.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay,
rough.
only one comic for Spider-Man, but still.
Mm,
The Spider-Man himself has like 5-6 comics per month.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a bit rough, so I kinda like stopped deciding. I did read like some stuff, but
Yeah.
I tried like more the modern one, because the old one were like a pain to find.
I see.
And something like
when you
there's
say
something
modern-
a pain to read to be fair, like the really old one.
It depends. I understand what you mean, but I think once you're around the 70s, it should fit enough with your sensibilities to be okay.
Yeah.
So when you say modern, you mean like from the 90s onwards, or
I guess
2000s?
late 80s, 90s, 2000, yeah.
Yeah, so late 80s, still with like the John Byrne look, you know, like Wolverine with his brown yellow costume.
Yeah. Because I
Okay,
think like
yeah.
some in the late 90s seems like modern enough that seems enjoyable. I have less idea about like the really old one. But it's hard to separate them in chapter, as you said earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, like sometimes you can do it like with lead artists or writers or something
Yeah.
like that. So that's
Yeah,
why I
but-
kind of asked like John Byrne, because John Byrne, if I'm saying his name correctly, sorry if I'm not, had like these very different costumes, right? That's also like the time where Storm has the that punk rock style,
Oh, the Mohawk? I see.
the mohawk, yeah. And that's a really dark X-Men period. That's also Byrne's
Is it?
style.
You said it's like in the 80s? I thought it was a bit later on.
It's in the 80s.
I see.
Late 80s, early 90s maybe still, but it should stop like early in the 90s.
Yeah.
I'll check, just to be certain. I learned reading with one of those, so it must have been like before the 90s. Yeah.
But yeah, and all about like the 9 different like spin-off of X-Men stuff. I mainly wanted
Yeah.
like the main story, let's say, at first. Not really like
I
the
see.
X. Hmm?
I see. Did you then at some point realize that such a thing doesn't exist?
Well, there is like totally like spin-off though that are
Oh
not
yeah, there's stuff that's even further away, that's true.
like even with like the main cast, but that are totally not in the main world timeline story thing. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so yeah. I think I did end to read some of them though, because at least they were easy to find and like are finished.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, after that I think like for the more modern I did continue to read like the Uncanny X-Men, and then I stopped and never continued.
Yeah. If I'm eyeballing it correctly, John Byrne's run of X-Men is 1977 through 1981.
Okay.
Yeah. So before I was born.
Yeah.
But yeah, those I really liked. From what little I saw of them. So I didn't see a lot. That's also the one where these evil possession insect monsters that the X-Men sometimes fight pop up. The Brood, yeah. That kind of tells you something about this sort of time.
Yeah.
They kind of look like xenomorphs or something.
Yeah, that's definitely an inspiration. I always thought they looked more like alligator cockroaches with mouths. I don't know. It's
That's quite a description, I guess.
it's just I don't know. They had very spindly teeth though, like these Venom style faces, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I see.
Yeah. And you have that whole plot aligned with the Brood and the Shi'ar, and Professor X falls in love with one of the Shi'ar because
Yes.
for reasons. And
I haven't read that part, but I feel like one of my random comics I bought was that.
yeah, there was also part of the X-Men cartoon that had that.
Yes, yeah, right. The old one, right?
By
Oh, there was
old
not
one,
another
you
one.
mean yes, the old one, because the 90s one's the first
Yeah.
one. I was just thinking, if by old one you mean there wasn't a series before that, yes.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah. It's not like asking the old Spider-Man cartoon where it's like,
Yeah. Or Batman or stuff
which
like
one?
that, yeah.
yeah. I guess Batman still works. Was there a cartoon before the Batman the Animated Series?
62. I had like some stuff, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's more like, how do you call that? Graphic novel motion or whatever, something like that. If I remember correctly. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
The
I
French
hope
dub
it's
on
not
it
called
though.
what you said.
French dub is the best.
Yeah. So if I understand correctly, the French decided to treat some dubs non-seriously. So I guess.
Yeah, but it's not even that. I think this one was trying to be serious. I don't know, but it's just like the way the Batman is talking is like really funny. I think the English dub is also pretty dumb. It's just like French one has like this accent that make it like really funny. I'll fetch the video later.
So what does he have, like an old gritty man French voice? Like I
No,
don't
it's
know.
not greedy at all. That's why it's kind of funny.
Oh, okay.
It's like more like
Restaurant,
what do you say that in English?
You wanted to say something, Tifu?
As in, like, is it more like Adam West kind of style to it?
I see what you mean. A vast.
It's more like a gay, haughty person, pretty high society, and like talk with like a sort of snob-ish accent. It's weird.
I see. but yeah, was the style of the series at least a little Adam Westish, like Tifu said? Do you know what's meant by that? I guess is the other question.
Let me check that. Oh, this series. Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Batman. Oh, I cannot find it on YouTube. Shit.
Tentacles. That's so hard to differentiate a character from another one on EFC's character select screen. Yeah,
Is it?
I completely agree actually.
Oh.
Here's
Oh.
a tip. With B you can go back. So just select everyone and get their big profile picture and then until you sort of know where they are. That's a thing. I even have had this problem in the beginning with Tuhu characters.
Yeah. GG Likimi. It was some good matches. Yeah, I'll play still some. Not for too long, I think, but yeah, I'll play some. You are on port 1, okay. But yeah,
I have to stay awake until tomorrow evening, so...
Why?
I'm around. Well, I couldn't go to sleep until like 11. So I woke up at like 18 o'clock. I'm just going to stay awake through the night so that I can at least use this opportunity to fix my sleep schedule.
Yeah. And see you all like me. Have a good night. Bisous, bisous, tout ça. Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I do have like you'd like my. Also, like the dialogues in these old Batman are pretty stupid, but that's to be expected, I guess. Like these old series Batman movies are also pretty dumb.
Yeah. The comics to some degree too.
Yes.
Because it's like the first two Batman comics are extremely serious. Batman shoots somebody and breaks their necks.
Something too serious that he even still doesn't do that now, I guess.
Exactly. Like, just kill people. And then it was like, okay, you guys need to calm down, make it kid-friendly. So he got like a friendly smile on his face, some rainbow-colored douchebag as his partner. I mean Robin, of course. And he started fighting villains like the Joker and the Mad Hatter. Aha!
So I guess Joker became like something like way more scary now.
Yes. To be fair, he immediately had that potential. He's a clown.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Is he a natural clown? Or the first one? Like it was his job or something?
I don't think the Joker ever had being a clown as a job in a circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Except in that new movie.
Except in the new movie? Okay.
Makes sense.
I see.
Well, it's not like in a circus, but he's a like clown for hire kind of thing.
Oh, like a birthday party clown?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, yeah. So some parents have been known to torture their kids that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm never really sure why people think clowns are funny with those weird expressionless faces that then have this gigantic smile that doesn't correspond to the rest of the face. It's like, it's
I heard the idea was like originally in circuses where you had to tell what the person's face was from far away.
Yes, certainly that
Which
must
makes
be
sense,
the
but it
idea.
doesn't make sense
Yeah,
in close-up stuff.
yeah. Exactly, tentacles. Clowns are scary as fuck. If you don't look at a clown and you immediately think Pennywise, then you're not being careful enough in your life.
How can I clowns? I don't know.
Yeah.
But is it a thing in Germany too? Like having clowns to hire? Because I feel like it's not a thing.
I want to say no. I
Yeah.
think that's a very American thing.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't really know much about clowns, and we don't have that many circuses because it's no longer a thing as much.
Yeah, it's no longer
There's
a
like
thing as
one
much.
big traveling circus that I know of in Germany. That's it.
Yeah. We had some actually here. I know, like.
But you
a
have
bit.
Cirque du Soleil, right?
Hmm?
You have Cirque du Soleil, right?
Oh, yeah, we have that, but that's not the thing that would move to your neighborhood and do like a
No, it's
small
not.
thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had like some that were moving like in my neighborhood, and like you could go see them and stuff. Or like when I was going to mid school, I could see like the lion in the cage and stuff like that on the side of the road, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like Batman villain.
Yeah.
And it took like until like I think mid 70s until like DC Comics was like, maybe we'll start being serious again now. And DC Comics did this with some other titles as well. And then in the early 80s, I think early 80s, I might be wrong on that one, you have like Watchmen, which is published by DC under their Vertigo label, so it's not standard DC universe, right?
Yeah.
And then they, as well as a lot of other comics, tried really banking on like the popularity of that. And okay, all of these funny villains that were really funny, haha, like the Riddler and the Joker, that were introduced to make it more kid-friendly, are now all going to get their backstories turned into being fucking psychopaths because no one behaves like that.
Though the Riddler never make it like to a serious face for me, at least. I don't know, it still looks
But the
stupid.
Riddler's was explained to be someone who just pathologically has to tell like riddles about what he does because he just can't help himself. Like,
I see.
like he's actually in Arkham Asylum. He's crazy.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not like the Penguin, right? The Penguin's just an ugly mobster. He's never gone to the Arkham Asylum. He's not crazy.
I think he has a cool scene in the anime.
In the anime?
Yeah. No, not the anime, the cartoon, the 92 cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, he had like a cool design in that.
And music, if you remember correctly.
Well, like Batman the Animated Series had a bunch of good designs also.
Yeah.
Well made. Marvel certainly didn't have anything quite as good looking in any sort of way at the time. Like
92? No.
Yeah, even the later Spider-Man the Animated Series doesn't look as stylistically good, I think.
No.
Yeah.
There were decent stuff, but yeah, stylistically, no. This Batman is kind of like the exception, I guess, for like comics at least. Because most of them don't really, like most of the cartoon for comics don't usually use like hard shadows like that, right? Or am I like that mistaken?
I think you're right. I'm just trying to think if there are any. No, to be fair, like you said, like a lot of cartoons actually didn't go in any kind of hyper stylized direction.
Yeah.
That's another thing to say, right? Because like a big departure also from the comics. Yeah. It was a good idea though.
Yeah. But yeah, like otherwise, I mean, like right now the only thing I remember is like X-Men Evolution. I think that was the name. That's more like 2000.
The one that ends with the story arc with Apocalypse and then doesn't continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that looked visually good if I remember.
Yes.
I only saw like a 2 episodes or something.
It's like more or less like an anime. Looks like modern-ish cartoon anime thing.
And it's like dark and gritty, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, a bit more, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone is a teenager.
Yeah. Okay, I did think of one cartoon that was actually also not hyper stylized, but it was like stylized in some place, and it was pretty dark. The Spawn cartoon from BBC.
Oh, never seen that.
That's pretty good, recommendable.
I see.
Like, yeah, simplistic in some places, but still, I'd say pretty nice. And if you want to watch something based on Spawn without wanting to read anything, it's the only good thing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to recommend the movie.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it is terrible. There wasn't more than one, right?
I don't. No, I don't want to. Pretty sure there was only one. Yeah.
Yeah. We might end up playing some of the Spawn games at some point.
Let's see.
The
They're
two,
like fighting games?
Yeah, well, 2 of them are arena fighters. Actually, 3 of them, but I'm not sure if the first of those had a versus mode. I'd have to check.
Why can I grab you here? Like, it's something I don't know why, but it happens sometimes.
Right. It happens.
Yeah, but that would be nice to know.
Yes. Definitely. I wanted to say I really don't know anything about recent superhero cartoons, but I guess there haven't been any recent new ones, huh?
I mean, depend what you mean by cartoon. If you just mean like series?
A series that came out last year or this year.
About like comics?
Comic superheroes specifically.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure. Because if you said like movies too, like Spider-Verse was pretty good.
Yeah. Movies were easier to keep track of. There's always a bunch of people saying, hey, did you see Marvel Comics XY? Or let me hate on DC XY.
Yeah, but not live action movies. I meant like cartoon movies.
Yeah, sure, but there weren't that many cartoon ones, right?
Yeah.
I think it was like DC Supergirls thing or something.
Yeah, I think in
I don't know how recent that was.
2018, I think indeed. Yeah, the one that Lauren Faust did, right?
I think they redid like a Teen Titans too, right?
I think that might be true, that there was a Teen Titans remake.
The Titans Go cartoon that's more kiddie had like a crossover with the more serious Titans Go from like a decade ago.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, Teen Titans Go to the movies came out in 2018. I guess that's more like a movie.
I thought there was like a series after that. I just saw the first one. Cloak and Dagger.
Young Justice or something? Or was it?
What's Cloak and Dagger? Is it like a cartoon?
Cloak and Dagger are 2 Marvel characters. Cloak is this black guy with a cloak, and he has a darkness pocket dimension in his body, so he just looks like he's just a head on floating on top of darkness. And Dagger is this white blonde girl who has light powers, so she can stab people with light and also blind them. They're a team that fight supernatural threats, kind of like Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange. They're pretty cool, and I heard they're getting a live action series.
Yeah, Netflix
Maybe
one?
I'm wrong. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, then
It's probably on Netflix now that Disney Plus has the thing.
I see.
well, I think they still will let the Disney stuff on Netflix. I'm not sure. But there is also like Shield. Well, both like the Shield series were on Netflix. I forgot.
Cloak and Dagger first season started in 2018. And it was cancelled October 24th, 2019. It had 2 seasons with 20 episodes. Now, no idea how good the series was, but Cloak and Dagger are cool characters. Characters that were unlikely to get anything, so that was kinda nice. Yeah, and Twitch spying on our conversation, definitely. Like it's definitely like Marvel, okay. Captain America Avengers, spam, start spamming the ads.
I wonder if I don't think they have that type of power.
Probably not. Like there's a cartoon by David Firth, the guy that does Salad Fingers, if people know. And he does this cartoon where that's playing in like a dystopian future. There's just these two like I can't do overdone British accents, but I mean David Firth's characters all do that, right? So, but there's these two people just talking. So like top of the morning, yeah. How are you doing today? Oh wait, and then they both jump together. The best way to start your morning is with a bottle of Tubulax, and just do like a little tune, and then they stop and they start talking again because like you have this sort of thing where like you have to do ads during real life as part of your social duties. So you're being watched from everywhere, obviously, so that they can be recorded. So yeah. Kind of like in Futurama, where people get ads beamed into their dreams.
Oh, that would be awful.
That would be pretty awful. Especially if you don't dream a lot, no? And you're like, yeah, I'm dreaming, awesome. And then it's like, would you like some Kleenex? No.
I see what type of dream you have.
I guess, but still. I don't know about you, but I'm not really worried about cleanup duty in my dreams usually.
Definitely. It's weird. My list of viewers say that Nopaki is still here when I know he's not here. So that's kind of weird.
Only comic that Tentacles has read was Thanos Quest, and he didn't understand anything.
I mean, I don't know what it is, so...
I'm going to Google and check if Thanos Quest is about Thanos, because I don't really... Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, that might be a little hard to start out with, simply because Thanos is such a central character, so that everything he does affects like the entire Marvel universe, more or less, so you have to know a lot.
Does he use any bubbles though?
I don't think Thanos uses bubbles outside of... Actually, I'm going to take that back, because the reason Thanos is even in fighting games is because the Infinity Wars happened at around that time, no?
Yeah.
So, like the Infinity Gems thing. So it was topical at the time to do Marvel Superheroes the fighting game with Thanos as a boss. Yeah, so maybe there's a comic panel where he actually traps someone in an energy bubble. I'm sure that it's not beyond his abilities, especially once he has the Infinity Gems. I mean, what can't you do with those things?
Exactly, but still, like,
Make
the bubble
people
is
fall
kind of
in
funny.
love with some genie thing, probably.
Yeah, you can do like pretty much everything, but that's just like funny. The bubble is not something you would associate with power and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I can totally see a scene where he kind of stops some heroes by putting them in a bubble and then talks at them for 3 panels.
Yeah, yeah, no, that you can definitely see. Plus, like bubble, were bubble and like round shape stuff like that were pretty hype and hip at some point in comics. Like as a background
Yeah.
or stuff like that, or as power.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean like Kirby balls?
Yeah,
Yeah. I think John Kirby?
I
Maybe
think so.
Jim Kirby? I
something.
don't know. Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah.
With a C and not Kirby like K Kirby.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, Kirby's period of time had passed by that point, I think. But yes, like he left a lasting mark. I mean, he was known for like the Silver Surfer and stuff like that, right? Where he could
And
use a
Doctor
lot of
Strange.
these energy balls. Yes, and Doctor Strange.
Hmm.
The comics that I think are cool in Marvel.
Did it crash? Seemed like it crashed. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Now,
we're
wait.
catching up.
Yeah.
Andere, yeah.
That's a weird one.
Well, it happened during the tournament once too, so I guess.
Yeah,
There we
but
go.
generally it doesn't stop the music and the games that much.
Yep, you guys can fight. It's
Yay.
working.
You have the timing to do this air throw on someone that's grounded. I don't know why, but you do have this timing.
That's good.
Yeah, somewhat. It is.
Everyone should have a wacky skill that they come up with as a beginner. It shows that you like doing stuff. Yeah.
Your own useless power.
Yeah. I feel like though it shapes the direction in which you think in fighting games, so it's good to come up with anything.
Yeah, sure. It's
Whatever
just
you
like
can do, keep doing it.
there is like, I guess some comics, but I'm thinking specifically about like a French from series that has like, there's basically a parody of like a superhero type of thing, and everyone has like a power, but they're all useless, so they cannot do shit generally with them.
I see.
Don't really remember like what type of power, but like, I think useless. Yeah. Oof, okay. Did get out of stun instantly here. Weird.
Like for a second I thought you meant like maybe Jean de Bâton.
No.
Do you know
No.
him?
I feel like we talk about it, and I feel like I've heard about it, but I don't really know anything about him.
We talked about him. He's like he's one of the members of Section 8, which is a team of superheroes with questionable powers. He defeats people with the power of Frenchiness, as expressed by savage beatings with a baguette and occasionally blinding others with rings of garlic and onions.
Yeah, that would be pretty strong.
Yeah. This team is mostly known because it has Dog Welder in the team in it, and that's why I've probably talked about this team before. It's a guy who has like a welding mask and welding gear, no? And he carries corpses of dogs with him, and when he meets evildoers, he starts welding dogs to them, like into their flesh. It's pretty brutal.
I see.
Just,
Better that they're corpse dogs.
Hmm?
So it's better that they're corpses at least.
Yeah, well, the dogs are dead. The people he's welding them to are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would
One
guess
of the
that's
guys
how it's written, like Tentacle, yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a line between the two batons for
Why?
no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because they wanted it to look like Jean Paul.
Yeah, but if there is like a de in between, that's a name. That's not
know.
like. Yeah, but
I mean,
yeah,
no
I
one
know
would
that
be
you know,
called
but
baton, right?
it just like. I think like it's really easy to find out. They could have found out that. I don't know.
Yes.
At the same time, we're talking about English people. They don't know that there's like fucking dashes like in between like
Yeah.
rendezvous.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I guess I can actively blame the person who invented them because these characters are from the comic book Hitman, which is by Garth Ennis, and Garth Ennis is nowadays well known because Preacher, his comic book for which he became very well known, actually got a series. So yeah, the guy who made that series, he made Jean de Baton. There's another guy in the team called the Defenestrator. He throws people out of windows, which is what the word defenestrate means.
yeah, I mean, I
You
guess
might be
for French
asking,
people
how does
that
he
makes
fight?
sense.
Ah, yeah, I guess so.
Like
Yeah,
to me, I'm like,
like-
why is he explaining that? But then yeah, English people, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes no sense.
Yeah, it works in German too, because window also means Fenster in German.
Yeah, fenêtre in
Yeah, but-
French. So yeah.
Yeah, I see. So he's a really big burly guy. He just carries a window with him in case he's not in a building, so he can throw people through it. Yeah. So that kind of team. They have 8 members. I don't have to explain the others though. Those are probably the more interesting ones. So to be fair, that Italian movie-going pervert with a jacket who just like rubs himself on people and going bueno is, I guess, also a thing. But
That's
yeah.
that could have been like a Japanese character. You know, like how they do have like Japanese in Japanese.
You
anime
mean like
something.
Mr. Gay?
Yeah, exactly. Art Gay. I think
Yeah.
that's Art Gay's name, right, or something.
Maybe it's Mr. Hard Gay or just Hard Gay. Yes. Hmm.
No.
So yeah, that's what one should know about Thanos Quest.
Of course.
Yeah. I'd actually have a hard time recommending like a superhero comic, not because they're bad. I just don't. I don't know what would be a good superhero comic to start with, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like it's also like a lot of personal tastes in like which one
Yeah.
you would like, so that's hard to recommend.
Yeah, yeah. I'd also go with asking what sorts of things the person likes, or then just asking, do you want people being shot by guns a lot? Yes? Punisher.
Oh, nice.
Just, you know.
Also, do you want to like to have something that's finished or not? That's a good question, I think.
Yeah, but then you'll be recommending some stuff that people might not even know today. Like, it's like, do you like a completed story with like a detective who does like supernatural investigations? Yes? Okay, Dr. Occult. Who is he? I've never heard of him. I know.
Yeah, that or like just like more independent like comics, I guess. Superheroes. Because
Yeah,
generally they are
true.
like shorter too.
Yeah, because the companies just belly flopped in the 90s.
Well, not necessarily. I feel like some are like just thought about like shorter ones with like an actual end compared to superheroes that generally like on Marvel or DC don't really have like a hand in mind. I don't know.
I'm not sure that there are superhero comics that have an end in mind, unless they're like really short, like Watchmen, right?
Yeah, I was
I
more
guess
thinking
Watchmen
like
is
Watchmen.
actually good.
Well, I guess Sin City is not really about superheroes too, but they are short too. This type of like comic, that's what I had in mind.
Yeah. So DC Vertigo, basically.
Yeah.
Or super indie.
Isn't Sin City is like Vertigo too? Well, Sin City is not
What is
superhero,
Sin
but
City?
I had like another one because I have like one of his comics, but I don't know the name. I know. Oh shit!
Oh right, Sin City is Dark Horse. Wow. Dark Horse is good. Dark Horse comics. I want to say though that their heroes' designs are kind of lame. My mom really liked Ghost. It's some woman that died. She's a ghost now. She has 2 guns. Her superpowers are simply that she's a ghost, but
I mean,
hey, that's a setup.
yeah, that's a pretty
My
good
mom
power.
collected it. She has taste. It can't be too bad, but still, like that's the best example. Everybody else is like Barbarella and X. I don't know. They're just not that great. If the Max counts as a superhero, that guy's cool and funny, I guess.
Wow, they dodged my
But
nose.
he was Image, I think. Avoid Image comics, they're not good. People, including me, were infatuated with them at the time because it was like someone trying something independent but in a larger way. But even at the time and in retrospect, it's not that good. If you really want an Image comic, then I don't know. Try Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's okay. It's a police officer who has like dragon-like characteristics. He's a burly man. Yeah. It was originally not an Image comic, to be fair, though, so I guess that's why it's a little bit more original. Oh, huh?
Oh, why is the last hit missed? Love this
Those
fan.
evil projectiles
Yeah,
that move back. Oh,
that's so good. I'm so sad that
Yes.
the one in the Super is not hitting. Like there is one in the Super that goes back,
Yeah,
but when he's
it
going
just
back,
goes somewhere.
yeah, it just like doesn't hit.
Yeah. You know, I've only just thought about this, but I mean, like, I'm sure everyone, like, or a lot of people that like a lot of fighting games think about, like, what would they do when they design a fighting game or something like that,
Yeah.
right? But I just thought of something. Like, once you've made a fighting game and you have like a zoner or grappler in it, and you watch people play it, and then you see someone get totally destroyed by something, and you designed that character and that move specifically, are you like sitting there and going like, ha, yeah.
If you did design it this way, yes.
Because I think I'd also be that way.
Just like
I'd be like,
if
works as
suddenly,
intended.
if suddenly
Check.
you realize that Morrigan can do Soul Fist, Soul Fist, Soul Fist, and you didn't plan that, I don't know. I think you react more like, oh shit, what did I create? But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah. Unless you work at Arc System Works, then you're like, it can be like adjust and make it better in the past. So,
Though I'm not sure they do that on every.
no,
I feel like it's more a Guilty Gear thing than Blade Blue 2.
it's just a Guilty Gear thing. But to be fair, whoever, i.e. Mori, is in charge of Blaze Blue is insane. Like, why do the characters need to change so drastically every version?
Yes. Or like, why tweak some stuff that don't need to be tweaked? Like, sure, like if you want to change like let's say the feeling a bit, or like, I don't know, the position in the tier, why not?
Yeah.
But
Like,
adding,
my condolences to all our Aracuna players who had to play completely differently every single Blaze Blue.
yeah,
Just,
and be either
wow.
top tier or super low tier.
Yeah.
Nothing in between.
Yeah. It always reminds me of that interview where like there's a bunch of Americans there and they're asking Mori questions and he has like a translator, so he understands some English, right? And this is like, I think after Calamity Trigger, or maybe after Continuum Shift. So pretty early, where Aracuna was really good.
Yeah.
For a while. And one of the one person in the crowd is like, so people know that like Aracuna can do some things that are like not very balanced, and will you in the next patch address something like that? And Mori's like, huh? Who are you? Tega player? It's just really great.
Yeah, that's a good trash talk.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on which version they were, that was pretty good. In Central Fiction, I don't know.
He's one of the best characters in Central Fiction.
Is he? I feel like
Yes.
I've never seen him in Central Fiction.
Aracuna is usually in top 8 in Central Fiction, but indeed I actually didn't see him in top 8 in the team battles in Japanese tournaments, and those are like the main Blaze Blue events annually. So
Yeah, or even at like the last Evo and stuff like that, or even
there was an Aracuna in the last Evo with Blaze Blue.
There was
in
one?
top 8. Yep.
Oh, I see. Top 8. Not... I guess he lost.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah. Then maybe
Gen 1.
Yeah, right. Then maybe I've seen only like the top 4, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, the top characters in Central Fiction, unless like the meta changed drastically within like the last year, is like Jin Kisaragi, Aracuna, puppet guy, what's his name?
Which one?
The small one.
Carl.
Small annoying one. Carl Clover. I think Rachel Alucard, I wanna say.
What? No. No way she's that
Let me
high.
recheck. EDC tab.
Or like, really like someone got good at it.
Well, it's more like the Japanese are good with her and others aren't.
Yeah. It's just like
here we
that.
go, yeah. Rachel indeed.
I see.
Um,
Then I'm curious to see.
Lychee?
Oh, really? Really?
No,
wow,
wait.
that's some
Wait,
exotic.
it's an American tier list. Let me change.
Because
But
Lychee
Lychee
and Rachel are
is
like
indeed-
pretty exotic pick for later Blaze Blue. For like early
Yes, they
Blaze
are.
Blue, yes, they are pretty good.
Yeah,
But after that, they got like
I agree.
dumped into the ground.
Yep. This is true. So, your character, what's she called again?
Izayoi?
Izayoi?
Yeah. Say
And-
top tier, but nobody can win anything with her.
Yep. I mean, that's a thing. 9 the Phantom. A little bit less now than in the beginning of Central Fiction.
Yeah.
And
Sukish was
the
good, right?
Death Goddess. Whatever her name is.
Izanami.
Yes.
Which I could totally play, but she's actually extremely weird.
Yeah. Whole concept character too. Like can't think of any other stance character that is a zoner as one of their stances. Like, yeah.
Is she really Zono?
No, just that stance. Well, I mean the stance where she can't block, flies around fast, and shoots a bunch of things. I guess she's not a zoner like.
I feel like most people use this
13.
stance as like a high pressure type of thing, isn't it?
Isn't that the other stance?
Sorry, I was mashing for my life. I'm not sure right now.
Sorry, I was mashing for my life. Weird boss Savarudo girl, exactly, tentacles, that was this character. But yeah, those characters are kind of, or were at the top, like last time I checked, which is a while ago.
Yeah, I think
I'd
his
have to
enemy
ask
is not
Ethan
that
or
top
someone.
now.
Yeah, I know that 9 the Phantom isn't considered to be either, because it's mostly about learning how to deal with her shit, right?
Yeah, she still has good options, but yeah, I don't know if
Yep.
she's that good.
Yeah, she's basically A instead of S now, but
Yeah.
a couple other people in A, so yeah.
Yeah, we're a bit curious to see like some Japanese like BBCF gameplay. Might have like changed a lot.
Yeah. I have to say Bravers Rebel was always fun to watch.
Yeah.
I really like the team strategy of having your second wingman be a Hakumen player.
What do you mean? Like the Truman only put like a triple taker.
It's duos.
Oh, duels? I see. I've
Yes.
seen like a lot of triple, but I guess that were all.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
arcade?
Bravers Rebel specifically is duos.
Was it always duels?
I can only say that they were duos 3 years in a row. I don't
Okay.
really know before or after.
Yeah, I mean most of the stuff I've watched like are more CS, 1-2 CX.
I see.
So
I
I don't
only
know.
watched
Yeah.
end of CPEX and CF. Maybe just CF actually. Actually just CF. Yep.
I mean I'm not sure like they were existing or it was just another type of tournament, but I know there was a lot of 3v3.
Yeah, I see. But yeah, like, it seemed to be at one of these tournaments a consistent strategy for the second guy to be a Hakumen player. And basically observing the patterns of the opponent, so if their teammate dies, they could go in and have a lot of information on countering and such.
Makes sense.
It's just so obvious this was a strategy, it was hilarious. Like, just...
So I guess it's like they take turn, like first one win and stays, and then there is a second one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. There were like 3 teams with a second guy with Hakumen.
You are really good at this routine. Again,
Yay.
I guess you are mashing hard. Because there is like an attack and suddenly you are grabbing me. That is a weird thing ever.
Yes. This is good.
Yeah, it's
More.
good. But it's still like kind of weird.
Yes.
If you can do that like on command, knowingly that's good, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you can do it on command by knowing when to mash, then that's good enough. Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, knowing how to mash is like knowing how to do it. That's fine.
What's the future of the series? Cross Tag is supposed to be canonic or a spin-off? Cross Tag Battle is definitely a spin-off in terms of gameplay. It's not like a replacement for Central Fiction, though some people have treated it as such.
Most people, even Axis,
yeah.
treat it as such, to be fair.
Yes, but it's not the official stance, it's just how things kind of played out. So,
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's not official that it's like the next Blaze Blue. Like, it doesn't have a
They're
like story mode or
basically-
something like that, but it is
Yes.
the next Blaze Blue.
Yeah, I think it's fair to put it that way.
Yeah.
So, from what I remember, Mori, the guy who who runs the Blaze Blue series, right? He's the director, saying Central Fiction was like the conclusion of Ragnar the Blood Edge's story arc, no? And Mori himself said that he wanted to do a non-Blaze Blue and a non-fighting game next.
Non-fighting game?
Yeah. Then he ended up doing Cross Tag Battle, which is like a crossover thing, but I guess he didn't do that alone. So the director currently, if he's doing what he wants to do, is not working on a fighting game. And Blaze Blue wise, I think the manga is still running for Mai. Last time I checked.
No, I think it was done already. Except it was
Yeah, the
like...
first one, but she got like a second one that plays
really?
in the... Yes. Because the first one plays like before most of the events in Blaze Blue, right? Because she's at school with the others.
At least BBCF for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, but the second one actually plays like during the wars and other stuff going on.
I see.
I think that one might not be concluded yet, but like outside of manga, if we're talking about games, there's currently no plans. Not sure what that team is doing.
BB tag.
Yeah, they're doing BB tags. Thank you. Yeah, that is true. You're right.
I mean, actually, like, what else are they doing?
Yeah.
They are, only doing that? I don't know if they are replanning a next game right now. I wonder.
Yeah, I don't think there will be a Blaze Blue that Mori isn't running, and Mori is not doing a Blaze Blue. Right?
Yeah.
So Central Fiction and Cross Tag Battle are going to be like the main Blaze Blue games for a while. That's kind of how that is. The way the company does things, we're getting the new Guilty Gear, right? In near the end of 2020, if I remember correctly. Not sure.
The next Guilty?
Yeah, not
I
really
think
sure.
that's toward the end of... Is that toward the end of 2020? Early 21, but I think it's like late 2020. It's at the end of time to have like... at some months before like Japan Evo or something like that.
Yeah.
It's certainly post-Evo, at least.
Exactly, post-Evo. So it won't be in the lineup.
Yeah.
The Big Arc System Works title that's going to be coming out in February is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. So people will be working on that. Boss Tag Battle, well, they just brought out the new character pack. I'm not sure if they're planning on adding any more characters. I guess they're going to just kind of see how it sells and how people are playing and then decide if they want to continue it or not. Because it feels like that's what they've been doing with Cross Tag Battle. Just have things sold enough? Should we bring something else out? Okay. Here's another few characters, like with a big gap in between, right? Just seems the strategy there. I don't know if they're continuing to support Dragon Ball FighterZ in 2020. No idea. The Dragon Ball FighterZ team isn't exactly like, or like their PR manager doesn't usually give that much information. But they did recently have like the new Broly character, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think there's one more character?
There's one more?
Did it come out? I don't know. Did Broly come out or? Last year I remember was Cheetah and Broly. I don't know if both of them came out or only one of them. Any of them. I didn't play any of them. I didn't notice an update.
Yeah. Well, there's yeah, there was like Janemba and Vegito or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there was a new Broly. Like
Yeah, is he actually out yet? Or still coming?
He's here.
I
He's here.
don't remember. He's here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen
Alright.
trailer, so I want to say he's like definitely here already. Like I've seen trailer like months ago.
If not, then I guess soon. Yeah. But yeah, like it basically depends on like how long are they going to support Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Cross Tag Battle. Their other team is busy doing like Guilty Gear 2020, and they're doing Million Arthur. I know they've been expanding staff, but like they're juggling like a lot of projects now, so I don't think we're going to get any new Blaze Blue stuff, or maybe not even any announcement for Blaze Blue stuff during the whole of 2020,
Yeah.
even near the end of 2020.
Last one for
But
me.
yeah. No manpower for that kind of stuff.
No. I wonder if like the next Blaze Blue will be like still in sprite, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like right now
Pretty
they are
sure.
not really doing a lot of new sprites. They kinda try to avoid that with like BB tags, or it will be surprising
Yeah.
if they redo them. And
Yeah,
then,
so they did do like a bunch of new sprites for even for the 2.0 update, right?
yeah, just for this one, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you do like a ratio of like new character and like
It's pretty
Reuse-
small, yeah.
yeah, new sprite,
Personally, I hope they reuse the sprites that they made for BB Tag for Ruby and add like a whole lot more and make a Ruby fighting game like the initial idea. Yeah. Not that I
know.
care about the IP, but like the initial idea was to maybe do something with the colors as a system. So yeah, that could be good, depending on what they do.
No, okay, couldn't reach that far.
Weirdos in that series. Would be good for a fighting game.
Hmm?
Yeah. I think he mumbled. There's plenty of characters that can be used in the fighting game.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, lots of weirdos with weird weapons. And
yeah, definitely. Yeah, Persona 5 Arena could be fine to do. Though it's a bit
Yeah, they
late.
did actually talk about that too, to be fair, so that could happen.
I feel like it's a bit too late for Persona 5 Arena. So I don't know. Because Persona 4 Arena did come out like not so long after the Persona 4, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
Fresh fries? You don't call them French fries in France? I mean, obviously not, I guess, but
no, but I think he made a typo, but no, we are not calling that French fries.
you don't call them fresh fries to avoid
No.
it, right?
It's just, it's frites.
Yes! Nice.
Just frites.
Frites? Yeah, pommes frites, right?
Yeah. I mean, not,
By the way, that's what we call them in Germany too.
I see. Okay,
But, yeah,
GG.
pommes.
yeah, I'm stopping here. That was nice to do some Asuka, finally.
Yep.
Maybe next time I will like have more people around, like Okinime and stuff like that. Would be nice.
Mhm. There were a lot of people missing for a lot of things today.
Fair, yeah. Though
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did end up like with still people in EFZ. At first it was looking
Yes.
pretty bad.
Yeah. If Tentacles and Baka Mangaka and Tifu are around for some things, then I think from now on we will have less cancellations or less. Okay, let's all meet to play 2 people. So just more dynamic than yeah. That should be good, especially once I stop being injured, because that's since I'm usually like together with Vic the person that's there for almost everything.
Yep. But okay, I think I'll stop the stream here. So
Yep.
thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you tomorrow or something.
Yep. Bye.